Chilling, man. You got your wine?
Yeah, I got a little something, something.
Can't see really, but I got my margarita.
I also see an empty hand. Oh no,
I
I see
know
it.
it's like invisible.
Yeah, I got it's my go-to right here. This, let me see it. Taylor Port. What's my hand in? Can't really
Yours is
see it, but
invisible too. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it came in a little bit. Man. Oh, gracias. Sister brought me some nuggets.
Oh,
Try
awesome.
those plant-based nuggets we sell. They're pretty good.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and they were on
Th-
sale for like $6. So I bought them.
Do they taste like meat?
It tastes like a chicken nugget.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They smell different though. That's the only
Uh,
thing.
I don't even think they have a scent.
Okay, well, it's the other one they do. They do some plant-based meat and they demo it sometimes,
Yeah.
and that smells crazy different than like meat.
Not yeah, not the nuggets didn't have no type of scent. So those are different.
That's cool, man. So yeah, so you ready to get into some topics or what?
Man, we can talk about some stuff.
No
It's
Jay-Z.
good. Nah, no.
There's
We
a lot of hip hop to talk about. I mean, um, I forget when it happened, but the Grammys, we always talk about the Grammys, and we talked about it last time when it happened.
when oh yeah.
And I remember they did that Hall of Fame thing.
About 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
there was a lot of people left out, but still they got I don't know when that's coming up again, but
Nah,
that
that
was
just happened.
crazy.
The Grammys is still about a year away.
Oh, is it? I don't remember when that happened.
That 50 years of hip hop, that just happened. Like
Oh, okay,
last
okay.
month or the month before.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Tripping.
That just happened.
That looks way better. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That,
So what was trending you sent me is that Tony Yayo Tony Yayo Drink Champs clip. So Tony Yayo was
wait,
on the damn internet. Everyone gets on
wait.
Drink Champs, man. They act up.
Because they drink on there and they smoke.
Yeah, they act up. They
If
act
they
up
don't smoke,
bad.
if they don't smoke, they drink. I've seen people in there who like they don't drink at all, but they've taken shots on drink champs. You just can't help it. The atmosphere.
Who
And
doesn't
yeah,
drink? Who took shots?
uh, there was somebody that it's not like they don't drink at all. They just really don't drink, but they took a drink on there. I forgot who it was, but they took a shot when they got in there.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Somebody took a sip. Somebody took a little shot.
that's crazy. So it's like they have to like
They don't
they
have to.
feel they feel pressured to. Is there anyone? I wonder if there's anyone that's been on there that hasn't drank.
I think
Probably
somebody that
not.
was on there that was drinking water. I can't remember.
That's crazy.
I kind of want to say it might have been Shaq because he was on there recently.
Okay.
Maybe I'm
Nah,
not sure.
I've never seen a whole Drink Champs. Have you?
Um, when they were about like an hour, a little bit over an hour, I've seen a few when they first started. Now them podcasts is like 2 3 hours. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they get crazy. But Tony Yayo was upset. I don't know who that guy's name is. That Mexican dude? Is he Mexican?
Uh, I'm not sure if it's Mexican or DJ EFN.
DJ EFN. He ended up
Yeah,
saying Ice Cube was his top greatest rapper, better than
storyteller.
Biggie, storyteller. And then
Yeah.
Tony Ayo was offended. What do you think about that? I already know what you think about that, but I just want to know. I want to hear it from your mouth. What do you think
Mm,
if you had to pick Ice Cube over Biggie?
storytelling wise, like I had to rethink about it. Storytelling wise, it'd be pretty. It'd be pretty close. But we're just talking about storytelling as far as rap goes. I think it's kind of unfair because Ice Cube has a deep catalog. Biggie's only
Ice
got
Cube.
Biggie's only got 2 albums.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well,
my
what if
preference,
you?
I got certain songs that I like from both that are storytelling. One of my favorite songs is "My Summer Vacation" by Ice Cube. It's a story. He's telling a story. You
What
know,
if you had to rate? Biggie's first two with Ice Cube's first two. So like America's Most Wanted and what was it? What was the second one?
Wait,
America Death Certificate and America's Most Wanted.
was Death Certificate his second album?
I remember. I believe it was America's Most Wanted was the first one,
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
but Death Certificate was the second one because I know the third one was you just said it.
Lethal Injection.
Oh shit, where does that go? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know Ice
Lethal
Cube's.
Injection. Lethal Injection might be three or four.
Uh, um, um,
It,
shit.
and that might be my favorite one. Lethal Injection, maybe.
That might be it. Ice Cube. I just remember. So if you had to compare his first two against Biggie's first two, what would you think of that? And his first two were uh, America's Most Wanted, and then what's Kill at Will? I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's right. Kill That Will.
I never
That's
heard
a good
that
one.
one. Then Death
He,
Certificate and the Predator. The Predator is my favorite.
oh, Predator might be mine. I think that's what I was thinking about. I think Lethal Injection is after the Predator.
No, it goes oh, you're right. It is 1993. Yep. So it goes 1990 was America's Most Wanted. 1990 was Kill at Will. 1991 was Death Certificate. 1992 Predator. 1993 Lethal Injection. And then he didn't do another album until 1998 and 2000, which that was War and Peace 1 and 2.
I want to say maybe Predator and Lethal Injection is probably like my. I think when the first two came out, 1990, I'm 10 years old, so I'm not really.
Right.
I know what I'm hearing, but I'm not understanding what I'm listening to. And that Kill That Will, I think I was 12, 1 or 13, so I might. But Lethal Injection and Predator, like I'm in a teenage stage, so those. But I'm not going to compare Biggie's like second to anything because that's like probably my favorite album.
Right.
So like I think that'd be unfair, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But Ice Cube's first though, the America's Most Wanted and freaking Life After Death. I think that's pretty close right there. Just because the impact America's Most Wanted had,
Yes.
you
Oh,
know,
yes. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
coming from NWA and they thinking that maybe he's not going to do well on his own, and he just blows it out the water.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what album No Vaseline was on.
That was that one. That started his rap. That was like the beginning of his rap career, I believe.
Oh, see, look at that.
Let me check
That
for
was
sure.
America's Most Wanted. I want to say I thought maybe it was Kill That Will. It might be
You might be
America's
right.
Most Wanted
You might
though.
be right. You might be right. No, I think it's shit, dude. Yeah, it was Death Certificate. So it was his third album.
Oh, when he did the No
No
Vaseline.
Vaseline. Yeah.
Damn. Oh, you know what? Because I think NWA they dropped the album like in the midst of his run.
Right. It was
So
without Ice Cube. I forget what it was
mhm,
called. Yeah, I remember that album. It was pretty
yeah,
good. I liked
I
it.
want to say yeah, I want to say 100 miles and running maybe. I'm not sure,
Yeah, you might be right.
but I think they only did one without Ice Cube, right? And that was it.
Yeah. No, it's called what's it called? No, yeah, that's a single. It's called I don't even know. Zaggin.
NWA.
E full for Zaggin. I don't know how to say
Oh,
that.
it's
Eiffel.
backwards. It's you know what it is?
Oh,
It's
I see
you
it
know
now. Good thing I
yeah,
didn't say it. Shit. Backwards.
my ninjas for life,
Yeah, right.
ninjas for life.
Got you. I didn't even know that was what it was called. I've heard
Yeah,
that album before,
but
a couple times.
I remember the thing being backwards just so
I know I get it now.
yeah.
I didn't even notice that. I'm so dumb. But yeah, dude. And that one it was good. I remember, but it wasn't. It lacked something, and you knew it was because of Ice Cube. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
especially like I feel like Eazy-E was great, but Ice Cube was a way more solid act. Like when it came to like solo artists, and Eazy-E was
Side note, side
Eazy-E was
note. I
like,
can't believe you try to pronounce it backwards. That's funny.
bro, that's what all I'm glad is I didn't say it forwards, bro. Like that would have been bad, all bad.
Podcast canceled.
Yep, canceled forever. But yeah, I didn't. I can't believe I didn't even know the name of that album. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like Eazy-E was more joking, more goofy, and then Ice Cube was like more serious. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think it's kind of like what I was telling you about the DJ Pooh Ice Cube situation. It's kind of like they were like, let's say they were equal. Both of them were parts of NW or like a group, right? Like NWA was.
Mm.
And once they separated, one of they keep going, but and you see their styles. You see DJ Pooh
Yeah.
style versus like the Wash. DJ Pooh wrote the
Yeah.
Wash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that compared to like a Next Friday. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like Next Friday, Ice Cube did by himself. DJ Pooh did the Wash by himself. They have two separate types of humor, and one was more
Yeah.
serious, one's more goofy, and it's the
Yeah.
same kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Together, they made the first Friday, which was serious and goofy. You know what I mean?
Classic. That's the best of both worlds type of
Right,
thing.
right. But you know what I mean? That's so it's kind of like NWA was that. You didn't really realize that until they switched off. It was like goofy, but at the same time, it was like hardcore,
But
something no
you know
one's ever
what?
heard before.
But now that you say that, it makes me think about like Ice Cube relied he went out and got the people that were, comedy stars. The Watch really didn't have comedians in it, but the movie was funny. So that goes to DJ Pooh writing a good, comedy.
Right.
But you go to next, but kind of like with Next Friday too. But I mean, you got that Friday had Chris Tucker. Next Friday had freaking Mike Epps, who I mean he wasn't Chris Tucker, but when you go back and watch Next Friday, people love Day Day. Like what I'm saying?
J Day's the best character
It
ever.
was it was the perfect like to get a leave the neighborhood, go
Mhm.
visit his cousin, and he's got his crazy little cousin out there. It's like perfect.
Right.
Yeah. So, but and for me, just how I am, I probably watch Next Friday way more than I watch the Watch. I've probably seen the Watch like maybe a handful of times.
Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I feel like the NWA was the same thing. I like Easy, but it wasn't the same when he left and did his own solo thing. It wasn't the
Yeah.
same. But same with Ice Cube, it wasn't the same. It was a whole different thing you got.
Yeah. Well, I know people that love the Easy E, especially the
Mhm.
last album he had, 187,
I'm
Kill
not
on
saying I'm not
Dre.
saying he was bad. He was
No,
just
I'm saying. Yeah, he
he
just
was
was.
just
He was the product of the group. He was not the mascot, but he was like the money man, the hustler, and then he got addicted to like the limelight. He wanted to be part of the group, but he didn't have the. When you watch the movie, none of them wanted to rap. They made him do it, and it kind of turned him into a little monster.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but the one with the talent as far as I think Ren is like underrated, but he's just so quiet and in the background. But I mean, he has a platinum album. The Villain is fucking a dope album. Like those guys they came together for a reason. They all were talented.
Hmm.
And then the album you're talking about, what they did without Ice Cube, I think the album wasn't as impactful, but it kind of showed Dre's producing skills. Because there's a song on there, I forgot what it's called, but I heard Public Enemy talk about they want to know who did that beat. And it was Dr. Dre, and I think that's like kind of where he took off as far as being the producer. Like it's that I forgot what song it is, but that's the only song I know off the album. They did a video for it. I think it's called Always Into Something. That beat is fucking ridiculous, dude. That's a
Really?
sick beat. Yeah, that's a sick ass beat, bro. Yeah,
Damn.
Always Into Something. That's
Never
it.
heard of that.
Yeah. I think it's like the only video they made for the song off the album. Maybe not, but I just know that song. Always Into Something. Sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
buddy.
you were telling me about this. So let me go back to it. You basically picked Biggie over Ice Cube if you were in that chair.
If I was in that chair, I would have been so just forward, like right on about it. Because DJ FNM was like, oh, I'm from LA. So of course he's gonna be like Ice Cube's his guy. Like if you grew up in that area, you heard Ice Cube before you even heard of him, if you know who a Biggie was. So I can understand his argument. So like me just being like just my style that I like is just, you know, I have like Ice Cube is I always tell people Ice Cube is my first favorite rapper. I got a bunch of them, but he's probably my first one.
He
So
was? Ice Cube was your first favorite rapper.
like when you like who's the person like you first listened to where like they was your favorite. Like, what I'm saying, no matter what, that was like your favorite. You listen to whatever they put out, they just became your favorite, they became your favorite. I went through. I can name favorites from every genre. They're all my favorites.
Mm,
You know
gotcha.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he was like the first. He was like the first rapper where I was just like, that's like my favorite. You know what I'm saying? So, but with Big, I kind of was listening to his music, not knowing I'm listening to a story. I just like the way he flowed, and he's able to intricate like metaphors and bars and storytelling all in one. It's really hard to top that dude. Just on that level. But Ice Cube's a great. He's a great writer, storyteller. He's been telling stories since he was like a teenager. He wrote all the stories for NWA. Like,
right.
um, what's the song
Storytelling.
everybody? Yeah, like I forget this, the Boys in the Hood or whatever. Like them all stories. He's a kid writing these stories. He's 17, 16 writing these rhymes. And they're all stories. And just the older guys, Dre and Easy, and they're rapping them. Because remember, he couldn't join them until he finished school. His parents said you finish architect school and then you can go join the group. So there's like videos and stuff where he's just in the crowd. He's not really part of it because he couldn't really join it. Like that, because and plus he was so young.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. But story song, man, like my summer vacation was like my favorite, but Biggie's like somebody's gotta die. I listen to that song all the time. That song it starts his out second album like that. That song is crazy. Everything from the raindrops in the background to the even the fucked up part at the end where they don't know if they shot the dude or the baby. Like that shit is crazy. I close my eyes and see what he's explaining. Like it's super sick. I love that song. Even when it rains, I listen to that song because of the rain in the song. It's raining all through the song. That shit's dope.
That's
Somebody's got
cool.
to die. It's sick.
Yeah, there's
Sick
a
stuff.
lot. I don't know about if I heard you right, but with Biggie, I felt like similar to you when you said I believe you kind of said that um I was so young when I heard Biggie that like I didn't know half the shit he was saying until I got older.
Right.
But I was
Exactly.
still enthralled with how he was saying things, and that same example you put, like you didn't know what was going on. You just knew that that baby crying at the end of that song was very distressful. It
Right.
made you feel a certain type of way, like just anxious, I guess, or I don't know what you call it. You felt a certain type of way, and then it immediately jumps to hypnotize, and it
Right.
changes the
Exactly.
fucking vibe, like
Yeah.
instant,
Exactly.
like
It
just
brings you
get
brings
into it.
you brings you
It's
low, and it picks you
yeah,
up.
and
Yeah.
I remember that I always know that. Like I like as an as I've grown, whenever I'm listening to the album and it starts and then the rain starts to fade away and the baby's crying, instantly you just I'm always we're prepared for it whenever I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that album was very interesting to me. Even though I didn't know half the like I didn't know what beef was. What's beef? That song What's Beef? I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
beef was. I was 11. I don't know what the fuck that means.
See,
You know what I
96,
mean?
97. I'm 16, 17. So I'm in a teenage stage where I understand it. I have a more development. So that's probably why I could say like it probably hits me more because of the stage I was at, the age I was at of mentally wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like Ice Cube's, uh, like his music, I want to say when we were 10 and 11, we were kind of ahead of our age as far as having to mature because we were listening to that type of music. We didn't have no kid groups like they have now. All that kid music, we didn't have no kid. Crisscross was it. And we didn't listen to that. We listened to that probably from Jump, and then we were listening to what our parents listened to. I'm 10, 11, 12 years old. I'm listening to Doggy Style, The Chronic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in the fifth, sixth grade, and this is the music I'm listening to. So it's a mature level. Like it's, mentally, it's hitting you different.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
but with Biggie though, I'm 16, 17. I'm in high school. Like we're dating. We're like kind of being responsible. We're like becoming young men. So, and then he's probably just a few years older than us. Maybe,
right.
maybe a little bit older than us, but still though.
He
You
was
know,
young. When he
yeah.
passed, he
Well,
was young.
technically, no, technically he's like 10 years older than us. I think he was like 24 or 25. So, no, less than 10 years. Because 97, I'm 17. If he's 24, I mean, it's not that much older.
No, but I remember being in seventh grade and me and this kid, I felt like no one had heard this shit. You know what I mean? I was listening to that album in seventh grade, and I find this other student of mine, one of his other classmates of mine, this like white kid. He
Yeah.
was also listening to it,
Okay.
and it was cool because we would talk to each other about it, and it was crazy to me thinking like, oh, that was my first experience with like. I only thought that like Mexicans and black people listen to rap. You know what I mean? And this
Oh
white kid,
yeah.
the white kid was really into that album. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool. Like we were talking about it. I remember we would rap to each other that little Kim song and Biggie song. What would you do?
Oh yeah. That dude.
And
He
we
got
got in
he
we
got
got in trouble, bro. We got in trouble right there on the spot. Like he
mm-mm.
would do a verse, I would do a verse. We would just go back and forth, fucking around. And we got in trouble. I remember that shit. Seventh grade, bro.
He was rapping in class or something.
Yes, like dumbasses. 11 years old.
Mm-mm.
Got
So
sent to the
detention.
office. They told our parents. Our parents like, "What are you listening to?" And it was a whole issue. Yeah,
That's straight detention.
I'll never forget
I
that.
I learned that hip hop was like accepted. A lot of people who probably we didn't know because when I talked to Derek, Derek was like he goes deep in it. Like he be putting me up on stuff that I either totally missed or forgot about or didn't even realize it was out. Like he's like he's I call him like a hip hop head for real. As far as
Hmm.
like his music perspective and his music like library, it's crazy. But yeah, and everything too, like north, south, east, west. He like all of it. Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder how. Have you
And
ever asked him
he's
like his
he's
favorite
like
stuff?
he's 2 years younger than me, or yeah, maybe 3 years younger than me. So he's like 39,
Hmm.
40. So we're the same age. So he was listening to that stuff when I was listening to it.
Got it. Okay, so he's.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew his age. I didn't know where he was at. So he's
Mm-hmm.
right there. He's right there with us in the middle. Like he's in the middle of me and you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, man. Like I learned about that shit. Seventh grade, probably where you know it's crazy to me to think about that. But looking back now, like how crazy that album was, and how classic. I didn't never knew how classic it would be.
It's a no skipper we call it. You don't skip one song. I don't skip nothing on that album.
Yeah. Oh no, no, that's one of those albums. Definitely, definitely. Kick in the
Yeah,
door. That's like my favorite song ever of all time. Kick in the
yeah, I love
door.
that song. Yeah,
That beat, that DJ Premier beat, like just that
that was
whole
that was
fucking
that was one of
vibe.
my favorites until I got to for some reason I don't know why No Downfall became my favorite song.
Oh yeah, yeah. And at one
Yeah,
point, every single one has held a special place.
yeah.
I remember I used to love that R. Kelly one. I used to love that fucking
Oh
song.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to
I mean,
love that fucking song. I
yeah,
just
that
had to
song was
say
dope.
R. Kelly, rest in peace or
Yeah.
whatever, his career. But
Oh, he'll be back.
probably. But
Yeah.
yeah, that like the features. Think about that. The Too Shorts on it. Bone Thugs. Like the features are weird. Like
Yeah.
so like back and forth.
No Jay-Z talk, but Jay-Z's on it.
Jay-Z's on it. That's right. Jay-Z's on it.
The
That's
Locks, the
right.
Locks is on it.
The
The Locks is on it.
Locks.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. That's
Bone,
crazy.
Bone, Bone Thugs, one of the only groups or people that work with both Tupac and Biggie while they were alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have Thug Love with Tupac, which that song is hard as hell too. And then they have Notorious Thugs with Biggie.
And then just the fact that Biggie was keeping up with them because that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they still like there's a remix to that song where Biggie's rapping with Twista. You heard that one?
Uh,
They
they
redid it.
just they just they just took his verse and put it on that
Yeah, that's what
song.
I'm saying. They
Yeah,
remixed that. They remixed that
yeah,
to put and to see that even Biggie could keep up with Twista. Like it's
mm,
crazy to see. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like Biggie was doing the quickness on that one.
yeah, yeah. I think they said he took a while. It took a while for him to write it though. So he
Yeah.
say he sat with it for like a month.
Well, I mean, whatever he did, it was crazy because that was like something that would have been crazy to see him blossom into
Yeah,
later on, like being like a fast lyricist.
yeah. Or just doing it sometimes when
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Because his slow flow,
yeah,
but that's the thing with his slow flow was great, but that's something I wish Eminem would do, like just slow the fuck down again, because he used to be really cool when he was slow flowing it, but he doesn't do that shit no more. Now he feels like he has to go fast all the time. It's like, God damn it! Like
yeah.
he's cool,
He
he's
has
still
like
cool, but it's like I miss that old flow shit, like over old smooth Dr. Dre beat. Like, what's the difference? Like that was the flow he had on that song, or like I don't know how to explain it. He just used to do some
My
crazy
favorite,
shit.
my favorite, like slow, not slow Eminem, just where he's just steady, is when he raps with Exhibits called "You Don't Know Me."
That's a good song. You don't know
That,
me, and I
yeah,
don't know you.
yeah,
Yeah,
super sick. And then of course Renegade with Jake, like it's just
right,
I feel like when he's because feature with those guys, he just his whole mannerism, his flow is different.
right.
He's not guy. He doesn't sound like he sounds like Eminem, but he sounds like if he was to rap, kind of like how a lot of the white rappers rap now. Like when you hear them, you don't know they're white until you see them.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like with white rappers, period. Nowadays,
Oh.
you don't know that they're white until you see them.
Right,
There's a few
right,
white
right, right.
rappers I didn't know they were, but when you rap with like Jay and Exhibit, like you just rap regular. Like if you heard him, you wouldn't know he was white. And then Derek showed me where Eminem probably really got his style from Master Ace. I didn't even know Master Ace was super lyrical until Derek started playing his other hits. I know him from booming in my Jeep, booming system, booming, something like that. But I heard Derek was playing a song. I was like, is that Eminem? He's like, I was like, who is that? He's like, it's Master Ace. This is probably where he really got that style from. I was like, that's crazy. I said, he really got the style. He didn't take his style, but you could tell he was heavy influenced by Master Ace. I didn't know Master Ace can rap like that.
I
I was
never
like,
heard any
that's
Master Ace.
crazy.
I don't really know Master Ace like that.
I'm at to see you. I'm gonna tell Derek to send me like a particular Eminem influence song that he probably got from Master Ace, and you'll it's gonna blow your mind, bro. I'm like,
Damn,
wow, that's crazy.
damn.
Everybody's been influenced by somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't think that Eminem, because of his style, was so awkward that he wouldn't be influenced by anybody, but there was somebody
And there's
that
one Eminem
influenced him.
song. I wish I could show it to you. It's
I think
called
he's
"Till."
I think he talks about he gave Master Ace his props too.
Maybe I've heard that name before. But you ever heard that song called "Till Death Freezes Over"?
Mhm.
Oh my God, it's like the best Eminem song ever. It's like before he was even famous. You were just talking about how hungry he was, you know? Like it was
Yeah,
good. It's really good. It's really good.
yeah, all those pre stuff where they're trying to get on is probably like their best work to do something on its own. They're trying to make it.
Um, but yeah, anyways, Eminem, Biggie Smalls, everyone's saying that Biggie Smalls predicted 9/11.
Did Biggie Smalls predict 9/11? In the 1994 song Juicy, Biggie Smalls said this:
Time to get paid, blow up like the World Trade.
While it's likely that Biggie was referring to the 1993 World Trade Center bombing that left 7 dead and over 1,000 injured, a more sinister explanation for these lyrics has come to light. Mainly because the 1993 bombing didn't cause the building to blow up. While there was an explosion on the exterior of the building, the majority of the building was still completely intact. What do you think?
It's a TikTokers. It's a TikTokers, man. It's those young kids, bro.
Those guys need to get out and go jogging or something. Go play basketball.
Dude, it's just people don't know. I saw this clip the other day. It was like a reality show, and it was a clip. So I have not seen the show. I don't know what the show's called, but it's this reality show. All these people are in this room, and Lance Armstrong walks in, and he's like he's going to be part of the show. You know Lance Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
Who is he? Let me just ask you. Who do you
He's
just tell
like
me who he is?
the world famous like bike rider, got testicular cancer,
Thank you.
live strong, rich man. I know this.
Thank you. Well, this girl on the reality show thought it was Neil Armstrong, the guy who went on the moon.
Lance Armstrong is a real freaking astronaut. He is a real astronaut. He is Lance Armstrong. You need to Google him. You need to know everything about him because he is so cool.
The fact that we have an astronaut is so crazy. Like, what?
I'm so confused. Like, is he gonna end up being our judge?
What the hell are you doing here, man?
The moon wasn't enough, you know?
Yeah.
There's probably 20-year-olds out there that get me confused with Neil Armstrong.
Anyways, my point is, it's just these kids don't know, man. These kids do not know, and you can't. I mean, you can't. No one's teaching them. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but people think that just because there's a song where Biggie says, what does he say? I forget what he says, and he goes blow up like the
Blow
World
up like the
Trade.
World Trade, yeah.
Right, but I forget what he says before it goes into that, but he goes something, blow up like the World Trade. They think that he predicted 9/11 because it was that he died before 9/11. That song came out before 9/11, but they don't know that people tried bombing it before.
Yeah, a few times.
Right, right.
That's like I watched an interview today with LL Cool J, and he was like how he represents all regions of hip hop, and he has no problem with like the new generation, anything. He just wants people to do your research, learn about, you know what I'm saying, the history of where it came from, because
Right.
and so you have a better understanding. Like he was like, yo, he was like, I listen to people that I like to listen to. I don't pretend to like them or listen to them. He's like, a lot of people are pretending to like these new young artists that they really don't like, but they're pretending to because it's, you know, it's because everything's about selling your image, your swag, your fashion, everything like that. He's like, we came from where it was like your lyrical prowess. I'm better than you. Because they were asking him about the so-called beef between him and Biggie. That Biggie took a shot at him on the Flavor in Your Ear remix, and that LL Cool J's "I Shot Ya," "I Shot Ya" was a response to "Who Shot Ya," but he cleared it up to that. He was like, "I was in the studio when Biggie wrote "Who Shot Ya." I was sitting right next to him, and I asked him, he's like, Biggie, why you smoke so much? He's like, because when I get sort of high, I feel like I'm in the track. He said they just started busting up laughing when he said it, because it was like some dumb smart shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I didn't know that. So what was LL Cool J writing "I Shot You" about? Was he like a fake diss to Biggie? Was it just like joking around?
It wasn't even none of
towards
Biggie. No, it was just I think that was just LL Cool J putting his stamp on, because rap started getting gritty around then. Because look who he has on that song. He has Foxy, Prodigy for Mobb Deep, and Fat Joe. Like rap is turned into like a hardcore. The era started to change. So he kind of just, I want to put something, you know, it's like if an old rapper comes out now and they're trying to sound like the Migos or Drake or somebody, they're trying to just, you know, transition with the time. He did it, but I feel like LL Cool J, he didn't try to sound like anybody else. He just kind of maintained, you know, I mean, he's the one that came up with the term "the GOAT," and a lot of people consider him one of the greats. To me, he's like, when I first heard hip hop, it was LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, and the Fat Boys and Run DMC. Them was the first rappers I've ever heard. And LL Cool J and Beastie Boys and Run DMC is like pretty much the foundation of Def Jam. Those are the first acts on Def Jam. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and then LL Cool J was like, they was like, whoa, what was the method behind your success early? He was like, honestly, even though I was from New York, if you listen to my music, it had a little bit of bounce to it, because I came to California and my second album, West Coast guys produced my whole second album. Going back to Cali, all that shit has bounce to it. Smart. I Need Love, it has bounce to it. DJ Pooh got some production credit on Ice Cube's first album. I mean, not Ice Cube, but LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. Oh, I didn't know that.
He talked about DJ Pooh in the interview. He's like, yeah, DJ Pooh, DJ so-and-so, all California guys produced my second album, which was like, you know, one of his biggest albums. I Need Love is still bumps. You can hear the beat in I Need Love. It sounds like fucking Roger and Zapp did that shit. So it had bounce to it. So, and I think that kind of went away, but then it came back for like Biggie. Biggie had him going back to Cali, but he had the real West Coast beat in the back.
Right.
But the original going back to Cali is LL Cool J. So like, there's a parallel right there. I don't think Biggie dissed LL Cool J. I think he respected LL Cool J, because then he did a new version of the song. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I knew Biggie and LL Cool J had a fake beef, or there was something going on there.
Yeah.
But,
I think LL Cool J he had a more beef with the rapper. I said I won't talk about it anymore. I know they had a real beef.
Oh, who? Yeah. I think I say Cannabis. That was a fake beef.
That was a misunderstanding.
So speaking of Biggie, you sent me that TikTok of that the Biggie E40 book Biggie on the to the Bay Area on some show
Yeah.
shit. Dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like I heard some shit. I didn't ever heard shit like that before, but I've heard some shit that rappers get into. Like I heard a story kind of similar with Big Punisher,
Oh yeah.
where Big Punisher was a gangster, bro. Like he would
Oh
fucking
yeah,
do
yeah.
some gangster shit.
Yeah.
And like
They was like kidnapping DJs and shit, throwing them in the trunk.
you know what I'm talking about? Like there's a story about that, how a DJ talks about how, yeah, that's probably the story I'm thinking of, the same one, where like a DJ basically was goofing around some dumb shit, and I forgot what specifically was going on, but Big Punisher had him taken from wherever he was over to his block, and they basically showed him what they could do to him, and he was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?" Like it was like
Yeah,
they were
Fat Joe, like, yeah,
yeah,
fuck with those guys.
right. Fat Joe was there, and all these fucking the terror squad. They were like a gang, dude. They were like a legitimate, real fucking gang who would roll up on people.
My Boricuas, my Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans, yeah. And um, anyways, we're talking about the LL Cool J did something similar to Biggie.
No, E40 did.
Sorry, LL Cool J, E40. My bad. E40 did something similar to Biggie. Pulled up on him where
Yeah.
he would be, which was crazy to hear that fucking story, dude. Crazy.
I heard the story a couple of times. I don't even think he pulled up on him. I think he set it up, and the young guys pulled up on him. All just something he said in the interview. Check it, bro.
You know what specifically it was he said? Because they never said that, I don't think.
Just something like with rappers, like you don't really consider him any type of rapper or something like that. Like, you know, just I mean that's the only thing with like hip hop, man. It's like it's a brash genre of music. Like at the end of the day, like I'm better than you. Like, you know,
Right.
how it used to be. That was just like it's just a respect thing. So you like respect each other type of thing. But yeah, it was something to do with like an interview he did or something, and I went back to E40. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna book a show in Oakland for him." He ain't gonna see it coming. That's you don't want to mess somebody like that. You playing chess now. Yeah, so E40's a mastermind, and then he runs that city, dude. They love that dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even-
Especially in him.
yeah.
And then that was like the beginning, probably, I would assume, of like when all that checking in bullshit. Like, I don't know anything about that. Like, you know,
Mhm.
they people have to check in certain cities just to be there. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, that's
yeah, but like
fucking,
the heads of gangs and shit like that. So I don't really know the whole thing like that, but it's pretty much like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
where when you go in, you have to pay your respects or whatever the fuck,
Right.
you know what I mean?
And that just sucks for you if you make that kind of music where you're trying to be hardcore and shit like that. Then that's like what comes with the territory. You're outcast somebody, you ain't got to check it for nobody. You don't make music like that. Like you know what I'm saying? But if you out here claiming to be this, that, or you know, big and bad, you ain't about to come in our city talking like that without having to, I guess, you know, check in. But now, you know, some of these young rappers, you know, with youngsters, they be like, I ain't checking in with nobody. End up like Tekashi at the airport getting mollywopped.
Damn. Fuck. They got Takashi a couple times, dude. That sucks. That sucks. And he makes a point. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm on his side, but Takashi mostly makes a point. You know, he always talks about, you know, he never lies that he snitched. He says he snitched. You know what I mean? He never fakes that he, you know, he's real with it. Yeah, he snitched.
Yeah.
You know, but that when he got jumped, he made a statement saying like, when was it cool to fight dudes that you have no personal business with? Like, when was that cool? Like, those guys didn't know him personally, you know what I mean? They had no ties to him, and now they're in prison. He said, now you guys are in prison, you can't see your families because you did something that was illegal, you know, you committed a crime. He's like, I don't even have anything attached to you guys. Like you guys just really made your lives worse than it was. You know what I mean? He's like,
but that just goes to show how much people hate this dude, though.
yeah, but he knows that, and he uses that as like a fucking spear to like make more record sales. If he is even, I don't pay attention to him anymore. But I remember in the beginning, I was curious. I was curious, you know what I mean? And I kind of like listened to his shit, and then but not anymore. Now it's just like everything is just fucking a marketing ploy or some shit.
Yeah, I I saw a headline that he has a new song with Kodak Black, and Kodak Black disses him on his own song.
Oh yeah. I heard that song. I heard that song.
I don't know how
They
true it
changed
is,
it.
but
They changed it. No, I have it.
Oh,
I
did
can
they?
send it to you. Yeah. So the last line he's ever
I
says in
listen
the,
to
in
that
the rap,
shit.
I'll send it to you. Dude, no, I'm just saying it. It's just Kodak's verse. It's just Kodak's verse.
Yeah.
It changed. So like the original version he put up was the last line said, "I got a rat giving me cheese," because
Kodak is
bro,
crazy.
you have to hear that shit, bro. It's good. It's good. But he must have like told him like because they had the engineer sent it back to him and was like, we can't. You got to change that line. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. We paid you. You got to change that line. So he did, and he even did a video with him. Like there's a video.
I saw that.
Yeah, Kodak Black and Tekashi.
These guys arm around him and shit. I was like, what
right.
the
But the whole point was he paid him. He paid him a lot of money to do that verse.
I would pay him $1 million.
All I know is that Kodak Black was like, as long as he's paying me, it's cool. Like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, as long as he's paying, I look at it as that, and that's why he threw that line at the end as a joke, like a fucking. Dude, Kodak Black's a clown, bro. I love that guy. He's such a funny motherfucker, dude. Like you see that one that it went viral where he's calling Future. Where he's calling Future. You see that one where he's calling Future, and it sounds like saying, it sounds like I forgot. Dude, I gotta show it to you. I gotta show it to you right now. Kodak Black calls Future on the phone, and he's listening to Future's song, and it sounds like Kodak Black is saying like, "When I tasted a dick."
What?
But he's saying it when I'm taking it, and he's like laughing, telling Future, "Well, what are you saying right here? What are you saying right here?" And he plays it for him, and Future's like explaining, "No, man, I'm saying when you take it, the pill, like a pill." Dude, it's so fucking funny. It's the best fucking clip ever. Dude, I swear. I'm gonna find it to you. I'm gonna show it to you right now. It's the fucking funniest fucking shit. Oh my god, bro. There we go. I found it, bro. This is fucking hilarious, bro.
Hey, I'm listening to the song, dog. A nigga fuck with you so tough, homie. What did you say this part right here, bro?
The only time I feel alive when I taste it. I don't wanna
what you said right there?
The only time I feel alive
when you take.
Yeah, like I took a pill. Only time I feel alive
take. I wanna yeah, what a nigga.
Dude, he's like a clown, bro. He's so fucking funny, dude.
It sounds like he said when you taste it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it sounds like.
Exactly, and Future didn't explain it right because I'm like, dude, there's another thing you didn't say. Like, there's another word he said that he didn't emphasize.
He said taste. He didn't say take.
It's like said when I taste dick. It's like something like that. Yeah. That's what it sounds like he says.
Yeah, or when I taste it. But it don't sound like he said take it. It sounds like he said taste.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's Kodak Black, bro. He's a clown, bro. So I think he wrote that line like just as bro, like it's a joke. Like you know, like I'm gonna do the video anyways, whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that's just fucking. He's a fucking. I mean, did you ever see his when he first popped out when he did the fucking the XXL freestyle?
Oh yeah.
When he's like, "This beat's whack as fuck."
Yeah. I remember that. A lot of older heads, they be shitting on them double X freestyles. Like, them fools be on them. That's not their thing. I'm not gonna call nobody whack. That's just not their thing.
I'm not really into his music. I mean, he had some cool songs. Like, I've tried listening to projects, and I don't really get into him. He's just like a different style that I like. But I love his sense of humor. He is fucking hilarious, dude.
He had this little mini series that my brother was watching. It was pretty fucking good. He didn't finish it, but it was, it's like a hood mini series. But I went to my brother's one time and he's watching it. He's like, "Yeah, Kodak Black produced this." And like, I'll sit there, I watched probably about 4 or 5 episodes. So I'm like, this shit is good. I want to see where it goes. It had all type of twists and turns and connections. It's some, kind of like some like inner city shit going on, like gang shit. But it was pretty fucking good. And then he was like, "Dang, but yeah, he didn't finish it." And I was like, that's crazy. This is pretty good. He might have an eye for like directing or storytelling or something, because it was pretty good. I was like, dang. It was just like a YouTube, you can only find acts on YouTube, but it was pretty good. I was like, dang, Kodak Black did that. Me, I'm loyal to a fault. So after the whole Nipsey Lauren London comment, I don't look at that dude.
Oh, is that what? Is that a fact? Because of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that, but at the same
That's just
time,
me.
I get pissed off at the fact that with that situation, I get pissed off at the fact that people around him are sitting there with cameras, videotaping him, saying this shit. Because
Oh yeah,
we've all said fucked up shit, like when
yeah,
we're fucked up privately, like oh,
yeah.
ooh, ah, this girl, that girl, and it could be someone's
Hmm.
girlfriend and this and that. And yeah, it can be taken as disrespectful, but I've done that before. I didn't
It's something
really,
you just say in the comfort
yeah.
of your own space.
And he was
Yeah,
just doing that, and someone just one of his people in his circle just happened to put that shit and put it out, tape that
yeah.
shit and put it out, and that's unfortunate. It means
Mhm.
that those people around him obviously aren't looking out for him. And then there's another
That's
one
like
where he,
that's like the John Morant guy. Like every time his friends are around him, he has a gun. The first thing he do is report him and then post
yeah, and that's what happened to Kodak
it.
Black. The first time, I don't know if you remember, when he went to jail for a long time, and maybe like a year, maybe 2 years, something like that. He got out, and he ended up going back in because he did an Instagram live with his friends, and there was a gun on the table, and
Oh
there
yeah,
was babies running around,
yeah. I was gonna
and
say it's like underage kids or something, or something was
yeah,
going on. Yeah,
and they pulled up on him and just locked him up for that, the violation of parole. But it's like, bro, who the fuck does he have around him? Like, he has to have someone going, "Hey, man, you can't put this shit on live. You got guns, you got kids
ain't
running
nobody saying
around."
that.
No, but he needs someone like that
Yeah,
around
that's what I'm
him to
saying.
be like, hey, turn off the camera, dude. What the fuck are you
Yeah, yeah,
doing? You know,
yeah.
we're like, it's private right now. Like, this is a private moment, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate. Poor guy. Like, he doesn't have people around him. But at the same time, it's like, I get it. You know, Nipsey Hussle was such a fucking powerhouse, such a all around good guy. They looked fucked
It's
up.
just kind of skyrocketing,
It
and
looked real
it
fucked
wasn't
up.
nothing. It wasn't nothing like he didn't say nothing bad about like Nipsey, but just the whole, just how the situation was and how how everybody felt about him. It just was the wrong thing to say.
Right.
He could have been like Laurel on his cue, and it would have still been bad. It could have been
Exactly.
nothing by it.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
didn't
It didn't
matter.
matter.
It
Right.
didn't matter. It
Right.
didn't
Right.
matter.
Right.
See, I took him out the South Hall of Fame and all type of shit. It just was bad.
Which
You know
sucks.
what
I
I'm saying?
mean, because like I said,
Yeah.
we've all had those conversations with people. I mean, I know I have, where it's just like, you know, you say you kind of, under the influence or whatever, you're not, or you just say some shit that's like, you know, it
Yeah.
shit isn't for people to hear.
Yeah. For
We're
real.
gonna skate to one song only.
What's this Superstar Pride?
I don't even know what that is.
Superstar Pride.
Superstar Pride.
He was a young rapper and he got charged with murder. Killed some dudes.
Oh yeah, the guy that sings that song that's on TikTok.
2 a.m., the night still young. You live by the gun, you gon' die by the gun. Ain't no handouts for nobody. When they ain't have shit, they ain't offer me none.
Yeah.
Mama, you raised the gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed a guy.
Hmm.
I forgot for what. For something stupid, something petty.
But the fact that he like drugged him and shot him and then shot him again, I think is just evil.
Yeah.
I think his grandma or somebody witnessed it.
Yeah,
I
victim's
think it was
grandma.
no the victim's grandma. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
victim's grandma.
sucks.
Yeah, that's
That
very
sucks,
sad.
bro.
That's sad. That's horrible. Yeah, but I never knew who this guy was, but you sent me that
I didn't know who
TikTok.
he was either.
I never heard
I
that
know who he
song.
was either, but I hear that song on everybody's TikTok. Everybody makes
Mm,
like a little short video to it. It was like, "Mama, you raised the gangster." I know the first couple of lines. It's a pretty hard song, but I didn't know who it was or anything. But then it was like, "Oh, Superstar Pride" from his famous TikTok song was convicted of murder. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy."
yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. Poor,
Right?
poor grandma, poor family, and you know,
Even for his grandma to witness that, or for the
oh
victim's grandma to witness that, it's horrible.
yeah, and she could have fucking died too. She's out there running after him.
And then they say something about a haircut or something. It's like, come on, bro, it's got to be deeper
Yeah,
than that.
saw a video today of, I don't know if you've seen it before. It's old, but I saw it again today, where this kid, he runs into his brother's room and he has a knife, and the kid, it's like a teenager kid, it sounds like, and then it's like a young kid, like 8, 9 maybe. The 8, 9 year old has a knife and he's trying to cut the 13, 14-year-old kid. And the 13, 14-year-old has a camera on him. He goes, "What are you trying to cut me for?" And he goes, "Because you ate my pizza." And he's like, "You're trying to kill me over food?" Like they're arguing with each other. Have you seen that video before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. But that's just like crazy, bro. Sad.
I had a bicycle. Luke Kane kicked his ass. Run up on me with a knife or a slice of pizza.
And that's what ended up happening. Like the whole time, like his kid was like, "Well, you're really gonna just stab me over some pizza?"
Yeah.
And they, "Yeah, I am. You ate my pizza. You never offered me pizza." It's like
a whole get that kid therapy thing. Now. He needs therapy now.
And basically, like once the kid puts the knife down, then that's when the 13-year-old gets brave and goes, "Fuck you!" They start talking shit to him and shit. It's like, "I'll kill you. What are you doing?"
You
like,
he
was all mad. It was so funny.
Really, he was scared as hell when he had that knife in his hand.
Exactly. And there's another one too. You see the one with a guy, the guy is yelling at not Young Thug. What's the other guy who got caught up with him, but he's out? Gunna. You know Gunna?
Oh yeah.
So Gunna's walking out with his security, and this guy's like, fuck Gunna, he's a rat. And he like has a camera, like the camera facing like him, and then you can see Gunna, and the security guard walking by, and the security guard runs up on him real quick and goes like, "What'd you say? What'd you say?" The security guard. And then Gunna's like kind of like right there too, like looking at him, like, "What are you gonna do, guy?" And the guy's like, "I can say what I want. It's a free country." And the security guy's like, "Say it again. Say it again."
Now you want to talk. You want to get political. Now you want to talk. You want to go to your amendments.
He's holding back. He's holding back. He like changed it up real quick, and then the security guard's like, "I want you to say it again. Why can't you say it again?" And the guy's like, "I can do what I want. I can do what I want, man."
You'll scare your ass out of here. And
he has like the phone down, like he's like looking down, and like, "Go away, dude. Go away." It's so fucking funny, bro. God damn. Yeah. It's
anything to get them hearts and likes and clicks.
Yeah, he was like
get your
far
ass
away. He's like, fuck Gunna. Yeah, and then he walks up. It's so funny, bro. Anyways. Yeah, anyway, that shit's
that reminds me of the guy who was it, the baby was having beef with. And he saw him in the jewelry store, and he was like, got his camera. He's like, "Fuck the baby, he ain't gonna do shit." And then the phone drops and goes off, and then next thing you know, baby has his phone and he's put on his pants. I was like, "See, that's the last person you should fuck with, dude." That dude killed somebody in Walmart. He's another rapper,
like a regular underground rapper.
Yeah.
He wasn't anyone like
supposedly. He was trying to do. I don't know if people remember, but 21 Savage had beef with somebody named 22 Savage, who was like a comedian, but he was just trying to get the hype going by beefing with 21 Savage. And so I'm not sure if he really got ran up on, but I haven't heard nothing from that guy in a long time. But he just took a joke too far, that type of thing. He was actually kind of pretty good with the rapping, but he just kind of took 21 Savage. But his name was 22 Savage, and he was beefing with 21. But it's like some of these guys, you shouldn't beef with them because they really pull up on you, bro. That's like, And I watch those TikToks where people, they do that. They'll confront somebody like on some serious shit. And then when they get to a point where they're about to get their ass whooped, they're like, "Oh man, it's a prank. Look at the cameras. You go, it's going to be the wrong one, and you're not going to be able to respond that quick. Because
I've seen that many times.
There's a girl that does it now. She's brave. She be pressing up on guys, and they be grabbing her and shit. And she's like, it's a joke, bro. It's a joke. I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny. You can get hurt.
It's not.
No.
It's not funny.
Yeah. The white guys do it. There's two white like country guys. They go in the store and they'll see a black guy. They be like, "Hey boy, give me that off the top shelf." And there's one guy where the guy he was about to punch each other. He's like, "Hey, it's brother, it's a joke, it's a prank." Wrong prank, bro.
No, man, that's I feel like that's like that. Like it just goes too far. As soon as you just go too far, and it's
these people are trying to reach for things, and they really like. They're not talented, but they're using their talent the wrong way. That's not really. You can do something else.
Mm-hmm.
There's like two looking hit guys, and what they do, they get on TikTok one of them crosses his eyes, the other one looks all weird, and they line for line sing all type of classic golden R&B songs, and everybody loves it. And then they were trying to talk about one of the white guys, and then sometimes you gotta shut people up too. He's sitting in his car, he pans over, his daughter's half black. So I was like, oh, see, just never know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The practical jokes go too far.
Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like those channels either.
Era.
I don't like those channels either. It really does.
I don't follow none of those except for my boy that dresses in the bear suit and throws shit at people in Walmart. He's funny. I like
don't know
him.
who that guy is. No,
he's a little Mexican dude, but he'll be in like a big ass bear suit in the basket, and he'll throw something.
Is he the guy? Is he the guy who always goes up to? It's his girlfriend, but he pretends like he doesn't know her, and then he's like, she has a big booty, and he's like, "Oh my god!" in front of people. Yeah. Okay, I know that
he'll
guy.
Like spit out, and then he does that stupid ass rap shit where he's like, and he'll like see a rapper, and he's like, "Yo, I'm working on this song," and they be like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, he's funny. I like him. He's funny. Yeah, he has like a variety. He does different shit.
He does different
shit.
He
doesn't just he doesn't.
I don't know if I follow him, but I've seen those videos before.
Yeah. But when he's in the bear, we used to sell them big ass bears at Costco. He'll be like in a suit like that, and he'll be in a basket with other stuffed animals. To me, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Because people really look around like, who threw that shit?
I think he does stuff where he like throws stuff in the air, like in the aisle, and then he pretends like it wasn't him and shit. Like,
His most recent one is where he threw something at the guy's head, but it looked like the blind guy threw it at him. And so the guy is about to like try to fuck up the blind guy.
That's fucked up.
That's real fucked up.
But it depends on if that blind guy was really blind or was it someone that he knows. If it's someone he knows,
I think it might be one of his
funny.
actors.
That would have been funny because no one's gonna really get hurt, or if they do, it's like they deserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It might be one of his actors, but that shit's funny though.
Yeah.
He's funny. I like him. I follow him. He's like the only one.
That's funny. That's really funny. Damn. Yeah, I forget his name, but I do know what you're talking about with that guy. Yeah. So what's up with this Pimp C shit? Suspicious death of Pimp C?
You know what? I didn't even watch that.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't get a chance to because I was going to watch it because that's why I sent it to you.
So interesting.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was
health problems. He had health problems already. Yeah. And I didn't know anything about Pimp C, really. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that they were successful before Jay-Z. I thought they came up with Jay-Z. Because I was like around the time I heard hip hop. So I was getting into it. So I don't know who
underground legends, bro. And that's what people like kind of don't get is like these southern groups, like they're already lit before they, somebody jumps on a remix or does something with them. So like I went through this phase where I was listening to Suave House. All these guys are from Texas, but they sounded like West Coast artists because that's the music that was popular, except for MJG and 8 Ball. They were on Suave House. They're all South. And then another one of my favorite rappers, Mr. Mike, he sounded like he had like a lot of West Coast production, but the whole group, the whole Suave House is from, they were from Texas. I don't know if you ever heard of Tila. He had a song called Show Enough. Hoes in the club, Show Enough, shaking that ass. Man. Pretty good song.
No,
but all these guys are from the South though.
Where Pimp C's from? He's from Atlanta,
Texas.
Right? Texas. Okay.
Yeah, PA. I think, like they talk about that story. He didn't even want to do that shit. He didn't even want to do the song or the video. I think he showed up later, and they had to shoot his scene. That's why when you watch the freaking video, his scene is somewhere else, and he's with. That was his real girlfriend at the time. I remember she was like a. I won't say she was like the first like white girl with a black girl's body, like type of thing. Like she was like a video girl. She was in a lot of videos, but I guess that was her. Pimp C was like messing around or dating at the time. But I guess he was with her, and it was like, "Oh, come shoot this scene for the video." And it was like it's super hot though, and he showed up with a fur coat, and he you know what I'm saying, that's why he has a fur coat with no shirt on underneath in the Big Pimpin' video.
I saw that, but I didn't know it was super hot. I thought it was just like
super hot, but he didn't care. He just showed up like
that's
he
showed
crazy.
Up.
Yeah, and then they said he was like late and shit. Like he was kind of like he had all these urban legends of like an ODB. Like they just have these To me, they're just like real people. They're not on your time; they're on their time. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like Jay-Z said, like, yo, his 8 bars on that song, I don't even have this. I put the mic to the crowd. They seen that shit live for life, and I witnessed that because when I went to go see him in Anaheim, him and Justin Timberlake, and he did that. The whole crowd sung that shit. Pimp C's part live. Smoking out, pouring up, keep the lean up in my cup. On my car got let. Jay-Z he puts the mic and he just walked on the stage. He's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, just that like impact of, just that guy, like how good he was. So I feel like he kind of birthed a lot of Southern styles, like a really slow flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Derek was telling me he produced a lot of their beats too.
That's all that.
Like, yeah, he produced a lot of beats. And I feel like the Southern duels, that's kind of how they were. Andre 3000 produced a lot of Outkast beats. You know what I'm saying? Just he happened to rap, but he produced a lot of their stuff too. Like he made a lot of the beats. And I guess Pimp C made a lot of beats. But I didn't really get into the mystery of how he died. I thought it was from him mixing the lean and coke together. And
that's what was determined.
Fucked his heart up.
That was what was determined.
Yeah.
But there's conspiracies about other people getting involved. And then he had a lot of health problems too. And then he would do the lean, which is like not good.
Yeah. Dude, I did lean one time, never again. Bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. My cousin, like, we tried it, and I remember it was the day before Thanksgiving. And dude, I had the 7-Eleven, the big gulp. So I drank a little bit of soda, like maybe 25% away, and then I poured the lean in there to fill it back up. And it turns purplish pink. But you sipping it like you just sipping it. Dude, when I went to sleep, I don't remember turning, tossing, nothing. I slept for like 16 hours. And I woke up and I was like, when I woke up, it was like I was coming out of water. Like I was like breathing. And my mom called me, she was blowing my phone up because I missed Thanksgiving dinner. Grandma was down, everything. I slept through the whole day. I was like, I'm never doing that shit again. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I was asleep, dude. It was like comatose. My cousin told me, he's like, man, don't drink that shit fast like Kool-Aid. I'm over here just because it was tasty.
Oh, you were drinking it fast.
I was
Oh shit, that's what happened.
Yeah, not tasting what is going to affect me later, but they was like, yeah, that shit like slows your heart down, bro. Like I was like, yeah. I'm like my mom. I like my mom. One time for me, like lesson learned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah, I'm good. It was like, that's why you sip that shit. I was like, well, this ain't Texas, dude. This is San Diego. I got a big go with lean in it and 2 Lunchables. This is rap. I feel like a kid.
Bro, let's go.
2 Lunchables and a big gulp of a freaking 42 ounce that's half full of lean.
Damn.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I went to sleep at like 10. I think I went to sleep at like 10 at night. I passed out. I had to wake up till 6 p.m. the next day.
That's wild, dude.
Like I woke up at 6 p.m. like really like waking up for the first time. You know how if you sleep, you wake up in the middle, you go to the bathroom, or you toss and turn, like you get comfortable. I didn't do none of that shit.
That's 20 hours. That's 20 hours.
Sleep.
Damn. You slept for 20 hours straight.
Slept. Hibernated.
Slept through Thanksgiving dinner.
That was that. Yeah, my mom was like, my mom called me, where the fuck you at? I'm like, Mama, I just woke up. She's like, at 6 o'clock, boy? I couldn't tell her why.
No.
I'm not feeling good, Mom.
You could have died.
Exactly.
You could have fucking died.
That's why I said never again.
God damn.
Good. And wow. I remember one of the Chargers at the time, Terrence Kill, he had got in trouble because he was shipping that shit to Texas. He was shipping the lean, the codeine, the prescription shit to like Texas. I mean, he got in trouble. Yeah, he was like a thug for the Chargers. I remember like I want to say I heard a story like in college or something. He had got shot. And that's why they started calling Terrence Hard to Kill because his last name was like not Kill but Kill, like I want to say Kiel or something like that. But I remember he had got shot in college. They started calling Terrence Hard to Kill, and then my cousin and my uncle was there with the night he died. chasing his girlfriend and jumped on the back of the truck and fell off the back of the truck. Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is she alive?
The girl, the female, yeah, he's dead. He died.
Oh, how'd he pass from that?
Yeah, he fell off the back of the truck,
Oh,
chasing her. They got in an argument. And the
damn.
girl, I guess he jumped in the back of the truck and it crashed or something, and he flew off of it. I think something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Damn.
my cousin, like he was cool with a couple of the Chargers players, and they would just, he would cook for them, like barbecue stuff like that. So, yeah. So it was just one night they had a big party, and Terrence Field was there, and his girlfriend showed up, and they got to a big fight. And
I vaguely remember that.
I think she crashed and hit a tree, or she crashed into something, and he was in like the back. So I'm pretty sure it was like a fire truck with a bed, and he just flew out the back.
Now that you mentioned that, I remember
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was all the news. Yeah, and he was a Charger player. I want to say he was like maybe a free safety. Yeah. But it was Stephen Cooper, who's pretty well known Charger. He's a linebacker. I think it was like funny. And my cousin, he would cook for them. It was like cool. Those guys were cool though for Charger players. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but that goes to from the whole lean thing, because I remember he got in trouble for shipping lean.
Yeah.
I think he was from Texas, so I know that's big in Texas. The whole chopped and screwed music slowed down.
Yep.
I tried to listen to some chopped and screwed music. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
It felt like it was like I don't know why people liked it. I didn't like it.
But I guess if you sip lean, then I mean it probably goes hand in hand. But
I'm good.
We don't do that out here.
No, we don't. And that's something that I remember when it was a big deal. I remember one of my favorite albums is Late Registration by Kanye. He does that Drive Slow. And at the very end, like the last bit, he does a Drop and Screwed version at the very end, which was like very, very big at the time. Like
that was pretty dope,
did
though.
it.
That was pretty dope.
That was dope. That was dope. But that was like, well, that's all I can do. That's all I can do of Chopped and Screwed. Yeah. Like just a little bit. Like I couldn't do a whole fucking song, because they used to do all.
I remember I accidentally almost bought Slim Thug Already Platinum, one of my favorite albums. I almost bought the Chopped and Screwed version. He's like, "You sure this is the one you want?"
Albums Chopped and Screwed.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that.
I was like, I said, "What's up with this one?" He's like, "It's to slow down." Because I was like, "Listen," I was like, "No, I want the regular one." He's like, "Oh, that's on the other side." I was like, "I would have been mad as hell if I would have put that in my CD Walkman on the bus."
Right. People probably did that. They're like, "What the fuck?" They accidentally bought the Chopped and Screwed version.
Yeah, Chopped and Screwed, because it only has that little purple sticker in the corner. It says Chopped and Screwed, and then I think the cover's like a little different color. But I mean, you don't know unless you know.
Remember 2 Chainz? His albums always came Chopped and Screwed. Like
yeah.
Like the first couple or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mike Jones.
Oh yeah, well he's from there. He's from there.
Yeah. Remember, that was like the era of Chopped and Screwed when he was around.
Yeah. That's crazy. There's a girl in Delhi. She was listening to like just throwback hits, and it was a Mike Jones song that's not on his first album, so he must have had a few hits on the second album before he kind of disappeared. And I was like, "What song is this?" She's like, "Oh, it's Mike Jones." And I was like, she's probably only 21." The fact that she knows, she's like singing word for word too. The fact that she knows that, I thought that was pretty cool. Like she was more into. I tried to play some music, some new shit. She wasn't feeling that shit. She was feeling like the Mike Jones, that whole 2000, whatever era that was, all the 2000 hits. I was like, that's pretty cool. She kind of knows, like, because the mid 2000s, that was like the crunk era was pretty dope too. I call it the crunk era, like Lil Jon and all those guys. I think that's when the South really took over.
Yeah.
I think the last big like stronghold on hip hop was probably 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying," and then once the crunk era took over, they never released the game since.
50 Cent. Have you seen him? He's on tour. 20-year.
Last tour.
For the Get Rich or Die Trying, 20 years this year.
Yeah.
And man, there's a clip. It makes him look bad. I feel bad. They make him look real bad.
Why, is he got no stage presence or something?
He just run
out of breath.
Yeah, he's like running out of breath. He's just out of it.
That's fucked up, because he just was on Men's Health magazine with Busta Rhymes and Method Man, how they're super fit and shit.
Yeah.
And this dude's running out of breath on stage. That's not cool.
And I don't know, I think you just got a bad view of it because
Probably.
you can't hear the music, you just hear them. You just hear Tony
Mm,
Yayo and then you see 50 Cent. And Tony Yayo's the hype man, you know, and he's like, it doesn't
yeah.
sound like they're doing well. It's like
I think it's him and like Uncle Murder or the hype man now. No Young Buck and no Banks.
no,
I feel like that's no real G unit.
nope,
Well, them two.
there isn't. No, there
Yeah.
isn't. And then there's yeah. No,
Well, I
but
know he's beef. I know he's beefing with Buck, and then Banks is doing his own thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's like you could tell it was like I don't know. I mean, from that clip I saw,
it
it looked
might
like
it
he's
might it
not
might
keeping
just
up.
it might just it might just been a bad night too.
I feel like that. I feel like maybe it's
Yeah,
just
it
but
was just a
they're
bad night.
clowning him for this one clip, which is
Of
and
course, any
he
little
looks a
thing.
little overweight. He just doesn't look like he's into it. You know what I mean? He just
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
what it is, what it is. You know what I mean? But anyways, 50 Cent, man, he was at the top of his game when he first came out. He
yeah.
was at the top of his game. But what do you think? Do you remember that whole situation in the 2000s with the game and 50 Cent?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And do you what side were you on with that beef?
yeah. I was pretty much like on like 50 side. And I really didn't care, like honestly, but I don't know. Just I don't know, I feel like the way the game was moving, I was like, I'm not sure about this guy. Like you said, he's just a little. I don't know if he's got split personalities, multiple personalities, disorder, like, or he just wanted to be the alpha also, and didn't want to be just another soldier in the G unit, which I felt they would have been like as dominant as any, because always look at like certain runs in the group like albums. So like to me, like Death Row, the Chronic, Doggy Style, Dog Food, and All Eyes on Me, you couldn't stop them with that. That's their to me, that's their run. And then like with 50, it's like Get Rich or Die Trying. That one say it's like the soundtrack. Then I think it's the Massacre, and it's like Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game, Tony Yayo. Like it was a monster. But I think by Tony Yayo's album, they were already beefing. But that run was like, and then 50's run by himself just was. I saw an interview where, it was the artist I said I'm not gonna talk about, but his engineer, he was like, I remember he came in a room and he was like, "Hey, there's this guy named 50 Cent that's on the rise. You guys got to deal with him. So you guys better, start, you know, getting your best shit together because like he's coming and like nobody's gonna stop him." And then they really understand what he was talking about. And then next thing you know, you see this guy on the thing with Dr. Dre and Eminem. I was like, oh shit. Then even Ja Rule and Gotti, they was like, yo, we thought he was done, thought he was finished. And then we see him on the news with Dr. Dre and Eminem, and we're like, oh shit, we're in trouble. We're in serious trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out of everybody could have signed with, how does he link up with Eminem and Dr. Dre? Like it's crazy.
It was a powerhouse. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember it.
And
It
then
was like
I watched some of his old stuff, man. Like, I mean, people don't give him like the lyrical giant status, but to me, I always say 50 was like he's like the last great bad guy. I like that dude. Like, to me, he's not phony. Like, you know, he just is what he is.
right.
Love me or hate me, and I got no problem with like laying you out. Like I like the guy.
What's your favorite 50 Cent song?
Heat.
Eat. What album's that on?
Yeah, first one. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Eat?
Heat, like
Oh,
hot, like heat.
Heat. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said eat
heat.
like you eat something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what song is
No,
that?
heat. Yeah,
Heat.
that's it. He has one of the hardest lines. I feel like it's not a clever line. It's just a line to show you how much of a bad guy he is. When he was like, "I'll get tired of looking for you, spray your mama crib and let you come look for me." Like that's vicious. I'm gonna shoot at your mama house because if you don't love her to come look for me, he's the ultimate coward. Like that's crazy. That's somebody that's not in their right mind.
I remember that
Yeah,
song.
and the beat is crazy, and the it's just like a blatant like I don't care because I think the hood goes they can play this shit in court, I still kill you. Like it's crazy. I work out to that song. That song's dope. I have a section on my playlist that's like the most like energetic, probably most aggressive, violent songs that I lift weights to. That's one. Annie Up is another one. Man Up by Sticky Fingers is one. It's a lot of really violent songs in that span.
Damn.
And that's one. The Heat is one.
Heat.
Yeah, what's your favorite 50 Cent song?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine's Life on the Line. Murder, murder, your life's
Sick.
on the
Yeah.
line. It's the best. Oh, I can't even think about it, but there's so many quotables in that song right now. He says a lot of stuff in that song. It's like,
is that where he starts it off? Nobody likes me.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like
y'all. I don't like
anyway.
y'all anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like that was the first shot at Ja Rule in it.
Maybe. Yeah.
When he says the murder, I think he's like,
I don't believe you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Murder, your life's on the line. Yeah.
That song's hard. Yeah.
Oh, I love
that. Yeah, that song's hard. Yeah.
That beat, everything about that song. When I first heard that song, I'm like, whoa, this is a song. This is a good song. Like, I
remember he has that line on there where he was like, something they don't even run. They with the crack, they just stash it right in their ass crack. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, like, yeah, it was a weird song, but that was the song that year. So like, he was pretty good. He was like pretty hot that year. And I remember a buddy of mine was playing basketball. One day he's like, "Hey, bro, like, it was like literally the week that album came out. 50 Cent, he found it at the basketball court. Someone left it, and he's like, we listened to that shit all week. Like, he lived across town. I would go to pick him up in my mom's car, and we would drive to the movies. We would just drive around. We would cruise the mall, just bumping that shit. And I always remember that. And it was when we had the fucking like the face, like the deck you take it out. The deck you take off the face and shit. And we lost the face. We went to play pool somewhere and we took it up and we put it somewhere. We lost it. We lost the face of it.
I remember those days because you had to take your face off because somebody saw your shit, they'll break in your car and steal it.
Yes, but we lost the face, so we couldn't hear the record. When I was driving home, we couldn't hear it. We're all bummed out, bro. We're like, fuck.
I'd been crying. I'd have been in tears.
It was a bad time. But anyways, but we ended up buying it, separately or whatever. And I remember that. I remember that specifically being like, and it was that same year. Quote me or it was 2002 the album came out, and then it was. No, it was 2003, early 2003, and then the end of 2003 was when the G Unit Beg for Mercy came out, and that was a whole other fucking powerhouse that happened that year. Where it was sick.
I was like, this is the greatest group ever.
Stunt 101 was like everywhere. You hear that shit?
I teach you how to stunt
everywhere. Stunt 101, that beat and shit.
Yeah, my favorite song on there is Footprints. That shit is hard.
Great song.
So good. I was like, Buck was like. He was Southern, but he was like the Southern version of 50. Like he was just their whole crew was just like to me they had like a perfect crew. Lloyd Banks was like lyrical.
Lloyd Banks, I'm on fire up in here. That was a good fucking song, dude.
That's a good album.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lloyd Banks is considered like one of the top like lyricists, but I guess he's kind of like he has that under 3,000 thing where he doesn't like crave the spotlight. So even 50 talks about him like that. He's like, he didn't really want it. Like he could have had everything was there for him. He didn't want it like that. But he still he done put out like 2 great albums in the last like 2 years.
Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That last one was really good. We were talking
it's
about
like
that.
Black and white cover with his daughter.
With his daughter, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's just lyrical. Like I can see he can just make albums and just put them out and not tour. Don't even see his face.
Well, I think it was really slept on, but The Hunger for More 2, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I went and revisited that. I was like, oh, this is pretty dope too. But I feel like that's when it was kind of like
Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. That was a good song too. That was a crazy year when that song came out.
That was dope. Yeah, that was dope. But that Hunger for More though, the first one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Classic.
I think I might have bumped that almost as much as I bumped Give It to Die Trying.
If you're into that G Unit, like that was a pretty good era. I didn't really mess with Lloyd Banks, and the Tony Yayo. I have that album, but I didn't really like it. I played it probably once or twice.
Even the engineer, like Jay's engineer, he was like, "Yo, this guy 50 is amazing," because on that Tony Yayo album, he has that song. I know you don't love me, but you never the same with Jay-Z's in town. He's like, we should have wrote that song. We're all here on Jay's record label, and nobody thought to write no damn song like that. but that's on Tony Yayo's album though. That's probably his best song on that
Wait,
album.
what does he say?
He said, "I know you don't love me, but you never the same when Jay-Z's in town." He says Jay-Z, Usher, Buster, and then it's the whole G Unit on the song though. And 50 just does the hook. So it's Yayo, Buck, and Banks all on doing the verses. So 50 does the hook. You ever heard that song is dope. And they got a video for it. They got a video for it. The cute video girl, she had short hair. She looked like Holly Berry. She's in the video and she freaking goes to all their rooms and shit. And then they all meet up and they're all in the elevator with her and they're all like laughing behind their back and shit. But that's probably the best, not the best song, but that's the single off of Tony Yayo's album. That and So Seductive.
Then I had to have heard it, but I don't remember that. I didn't know that being such a great song. I just remember that album it wasn't that great. There was an Eminem song on there. He did it with Tony Yayo, and it wasn't that great.
Yeah, I think this is kind of when they were kind of they were starting to separate a little bit by the time Yayo. Because remember, Yayo was locked up, so he got out last. Yeah,
and they hyped him up so much. I remember there was like a mixtape with an Eminem mixtape where they did before like they were doing that free Yayo shit, free Yayo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
Yayo said that he was like, why do you go for Eminem so hard? Because it's like when I was locked up, Eminem's at the MTV Awards or something. He didn't have to do that. He's like free. He has a free Yayo shirt on.
Yeah, the free Yayo shirt
on. He's like, dude, I ride for that guy for life.
Yeah,
he didn't have to do that. He said, my own family don't represent me like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's the biggest rapper in the world, and he's got a free Yayo t-shirt on. Like, who does that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and I remember hearing that too, but it's just funny to me how what was I saying? How Tony Yayo, going back to Tony Yayo again, how on this Eminem mixtape, they had Tony Yayo freestyling from the prison phone.
Oh yeah, that was big back in the day.
Yeah, but it was like I remember I was rocking to it. Like this is great. Yeah. This guy's gonna be great when he gets out. They hyped him up so much, dude, and his album wasn't that it wasn't that impactful. I don't think. I mean, not that it probably wasn't good.
I think it's like again. Who they gravitate towards, though. Yeah, it's like who they gravitate towards.
Yeah.
Now, if you play anything from that era, it's like it's just like a classic compared to shit we get now. But I think it's just like who people gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? If you ask people the G Unit, like they'll gravitate towards the Game and 50. Then the beef even made it more ignite. You know what I'm saying? But
well, that game album, the documentary, I would say is a classic.
People think that the Doctor's Advocate is even better, which I don't agree, but that's just me.
Oh no, documentary. That was something that will never happen again. Never ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Game could do 10 more albums and he will never capture, because I was like he had Eminem on the album. He had
Busta. He had Busta on that album.
Yeah, Busta. That's
right. Three songs by 50.
Like Father Like Son.
Yeah,
that's a really good song.
50 on there. Yeah, he had he had a song with Will I Am on there. The big
that was an era. That was a moment in time that will never be done again. Which I thought
feel like that was
so
the album
crazy.
I feel like that was the album that had a lot of money behind it. I can see why people like the Doctor's Advocate because it was more gritty, but documentary just had a lot of money behind it because I think they were saying. Dr. Dre, he gave a lot of beats he was going to use for Detox. He gave to the Game, and I can tell some of those beats. Yeah,
Dr. Advocate, I don't think he had any Dr. Dre beats on it.
No, this is when he was done with Dr. Dre.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, you can never recreate that album again. Like he had Dr. Dre producing that shit. Eminem was producing that shit.
But I give Game credit though. I give Game credit. He used that momentum and like he kept going. Like he stayed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he did.
Because I can't really remember too, because I didn't really go in depth on Doctor's Advocate, but I did like LAX though. I like that. I can name songs. The song with Lil Wayne.
Same. That song. Yeah. When that song came out, what was it called? My Life.
My Life, yeah.
My Life, yeah.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah. I remember that was a moment
crazy.
in time as well. That was
I remember
crazy. Where I was.
He caught one with that one.
Yeah, that was a good album. That was a really good album. LAX. Yeah, the first three were really good, but I think fourth. We talked about this before. I think I don't know about the podcast, but yeah, the fourth one is where I kind of dropped off. and I still kind of would check in from here and there. Like I
Yeah.
listened to the documentary too, and it was okay.
So
It
I
was
think I was out
okay.
by then.
There was a couple other albums I really liked. I couldn't tell you the names of them. And then
Yeah.
he did this one called 1992. That was okay. It was all right. But
I
like
didn't even
that,
know he did have like that.
yeah, he did an album called 1992. It was like the Drake era. He has Drake on it, I think, and
Mm.
you know how he always collabs with the most like when this album was just by listening to it. If because the features represent that time.
Yeah.
Like Lil Wayne's on it, probably like 2009,
Yeah.
2007. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Especially his
You know what
prime
I
Lil
mean?
Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like when Rick Ross is on it, it was like
Yeah.
what era that was. Damn. Hey, so did you finish Secret Invasion?
I did.
Damn, was it good?
No.
No, it wasn't.
And I'm like a Marvel person too, and they've all been like fairly at least halfway decent. This one they dropped the ball, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
How would you say so?
because of what they did. You watch it?
No, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I know some stuff.
It's the first. It's the first Marvel anything that got a Rotten Tomato score. It's bad.
Wow,
It's bad. I watched it.
really?
I watched with anticipation too because it's a slow burn. It's called Secret Invasion, so it's not gonna be like action over the top. It's gonna be a lot of plotting and playing chess and moving the pieces on a board. So I expected that. I liked it. I like listening to dialogue if it's little gems in interview conversation that you don't know who's probably a scroll or who's not. But then just the way they just kind of ended and what they do with the two characters, pretty much if these people have all this power, what's the use of anything else then? If somebody has the power of Captain Marvel and Thanos, they're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was revealed that someone at the end is very all powerful.
Two people are very all powerful.
And like, where were they when Thanos was taking over and shit?
This is that they have been collecting DNA from all the people over the years after every battle. They've been collecting DNA. All of a sudden, giving you the DNA, I can review you with all the powers because I've been collecting DNA for the last 10 years.
Are you telling me they got Thanos' DNA?
Captain Marvel's, Captain America's, Black Panthers, Groot's.
Damn.
I feel like they dropped the ball on that one.
How so?
By just whatever convinced them to do that storyline, and without like really context, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
What is it that you don't like about that? That someone could have all that DNA and have every single one of that power within them
and learn how to control it just like that. And the fact that if there's somebody that has pretty much Thanos and Captain Marvel were like the two most powerful. If somebody has both their powers, then everybody else is pretty much useless. There's no reason for, you know what I'm saying? So one of them died. I mean, giving it spoiler alert. One of the people with all the powers dies, and unless they come back and they be like it doesn't last or something happens, it's like where do you go from here, like type of thing. I feel like it's just all over the place. Like what I'm saying, I'm still like old Marvel up until Endgame. That's where my heart is, and then a few new ones. I feel like Guardians is probably the best one because it felt like old Marvel to me. Then the Guardians 3. And then Black Panther Forever Wakanda I felt was just like a really like appreciation letter to Chadwick Boseman because he passed away. There was nothing they could do with that. The star
and they ended it. They could tell they were going to do something with it, but they ended it because they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
like they can't keep going with Black Panther anymore because he was Black Panther.
Yeah, but they set up a good future though.
But so they did the same thing with.
They had to wait a while. It's just too soon. They had to wait a while, but they set up a good nugget with his son. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but no to me because it's not gonna be as impactful because it's gonna be like whatever, it's his son. I feel like because like for example, they did the same thing with Black Panther or Black Widow. That Black Widow movie. She
Yeah.
actually died, but they said the little sister at the end was like, "I'm gonna revenge your death."
Yeah,
Remember
but
that?
she's just. I mean, she died in the movie. She didn't die in real life, so it's not as impactful as Chadwick
Right.
Boseman really passed away.
I'm just saying is that like they killed off Iron Man, they killed off Black Widow, and
Yeah,
in the Marvel universe, Black Panther, the original Black Panther's dead. So like their
yeah,
way to cope with it is like, this is the next one. Watch
yeah.
out for the next one. And it's
But
the same thing with
they're
Black
smart
Widow.
that they're
And
smart
I
because
don't
he's a
care.
kid. But they're smart that the future Black Panther is just a kid. So Marvel, if they're smart, they're gonna wait until they get a actor that's out there that people just keep buzzing about. He should be
That's
the next
true.
Black Panther. He
That's
should be the
true.
next Black Panther.
But
So
still, like,
they have a good time span.
yeah,
But
and that's cool. But
I like Black Widow's sister though. I like Florence Pugh.
but do you think she could to pull it off?
You know what?
A movie on her own.
I think it would have been more impactful. I feel like out of all the females, Black Widow should have had her movie a long time ago. To me,
100%.
she's
100%.
the writer of the Avengers. Like she should have had a movie
They
first.
should have put that movie where it was in the timeline. Like
Yeah,
that would have been
exactly.
perfect. It would have been perfect.
Exactly.
But they didn't.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what would have been more impactful if they would have put the movie like right before Endgame or something. So when she dies, it's much more impactful.
100%.
Because when we're watching Infinity War and he fucking throws Gamora off the cliff, like that shit was devastating. Because Guardians and like she's falling in love with Quill and like that shit was like I was like, oh my god, this dude's vicious. But with Black Widow, it would hit hard, but it didn't hit hard at all. Really.
No, not at all. And there's a lot of other parts where like it fell short. I mean,
But
I just
I
feel
felt like she
it's
had her
falling
own
short.
movie. Yeah, I felt she had her own movie, and the sister was set up, and then it went on to where that happened later. But we already had her solo movie. I think it would have been a lot better. I know they're trying to restart everything, but it's like
Exactly.
I feel like
It's not.
you should have had a better storyline than this whole multiverse shit, and now you're not really. I mean, they could be like, "Oh, you guys are not seeing the big picture," but like you gave us 10 years, and you just were dropping nuggets at the end of every movie, and we knew Thanos was coming. We knew like something big was coming, so that was exciting. I don't know what the fuck is going on now. I don't even know if the actors are going to be able to, my boy Jonathan Majors. Thank goodness he's cleared of all his charges, but I feel like the damage was done as the momentum. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows? Like, who knows what's next? So we'll see.
So
But
I saw the preview to Thor 2 to Loki 2. And
yeah,
my question is, like, Jonathan Majors is in it. You see him in the
yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
Was this filmed after or before all this
I'm pretty sure
controversy?
it's before.
Before?
Yeah, because he is because he's at the end of last season.
Right. But
Yeah,
I was wondering because he looks different. And I wonder if
yeah. Because
is like he's stressed
this
out or
Jonathan
what.
this Jonathan Majors, he has the hair and the glasses. This is like he's just smart. He doesn't have, this is like back in the 1940s or 50s. And he doesn't even have the same name, but he's the one that's going to start the process of the time travel, the alternate timelines.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
it's like they got to go back and stop him in the beginning
Damn.
before he creates all this other shit, which is a cool concept. But
We'll see how it
I
goes.
feel like Loki and maybe Ant-Man is the only two movies that really connect right now because they have Jonathan Majors in them. So like that's the only thing that's really connected. But to me, the multiverse and all that shit, it don't connect with nothing else I saw. The Marvels, the Miss Marvel, none of that shit. What else did they have? Secret Invasion. That I feel like that don't connect with nothing.
Oh, it doesn't? I thought it did.
No, it's supposed to, but I'm saying I don't see any
You don't
nuggets
see
to
it
any
where
other
yet.
movies. Yeah.
I see what you mean. I see exactly what you mean.
So
I like
the first 10 movies we were getting gems, we were getting nuggets after each movie.
And they're trying to do it with the shows, like with like the slow flow. Like they're trying to do like that, like try to stretch a story into 6 episodes. But that's hard. 6 hours, you know what I mean? Like that's hard. You could see that they're struggling with that because before they were struggling, that it was easy for them to do 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're having to stretch that out, and it just becomes like one of the things I like. I did like the new the what's the Captain America one, the Winter Soldier and the Captain America guy, the new Captain America. That was a good one. I like that one.
Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter
Yeah.
Soldier. I like that one. That was really cool.
I like
But
that one.
it was long. It's just stretched it out way longer than they're supposed to. I felt like.
But I think that was only 6 episodes too.
Right, but it's too long. That's still too fucking like I'm used to 3 hours. I'm not used to 6 hours. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Is they keep stretching this shit out when before we're getting less with more in it. Now it seems like we're getting a lot. Like it's more quantity than quality now. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, because now it's a TV show. It's not like it's a series, so it's not a movie.
But I'm saying is they're trying to do the show version of these movies, and it's not working because it's just too much. It's too long. They're stretching it out too long. You know what I mean?
But they're like all these sub characters can't carry no movie, so they have to come up with something.
And I feel like it's a structure. Like it was 3 hours of action packed. It was 3 hours that pack it into 3 hours. Now it's like they have to stretch it out amongst 6 hours, and that's where I think it's losing its value. Definitely losing its value.
Yeah, well, they have like they have the streaming service now, so they got to put content on there that's supposed to connect with the movies, and But none of these people are going to carry the movies like
something else. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like maybe they can't carry the movie like Robert Downey and Chris Evans. Like we were spoiled with those guys. There was no, when all those movies were out, there was no streaming services where we got to have all these shows. It was like we had to wait a year or whatever to the next movie. So you left us this little. After the end credit scene, which built our anticipation, we had a year to be ready for whatever's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Now we don't got that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you said, it's a lot more. But I thought that you should just stuck with movies, really.
Well, I mean, yeah. Or I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like the writing. Maybe just they got new writers. I haven't paid attention to that, Who knows?
She-Hulk was in. She-Hulk was in.
Dude, She-Hulk was trash. It was cool to the end.
Yeah.
The last episode was trash. What really happened?
See, I feel like that was Secret Invasion. It was a good burn, and then the last episode, and it's fucked up too, is because it's the part we was waiting for, the action part. It's like just kind of like the fighting was cool, but when you think about it, it's like, what did we just watch? Like, where do we go from here? You got the most powerful being in the universe.
You're saying it was good up until the last episode.
I thought what was going on was pretty decent until, and it's not even the last episode. It's like the fight. They could have went a different direction.
Gotcha.
They could have went a different direction, but for you to give two people all the powers, most of the like strongest, whatever powers, it really didn't make any sense. Unless, like I said, something happens where it's a fail safe and the powers don't last, or they fade away, or somebody, I don't know. I never seen so many people like, nah, shit's trash. That shit's stupid. Why they do that? Who wrote that shit? Who thought this would be a good idea?
Wow.
Yeah, so, but you never know. We could, because the next movie coming out is the Marvels. Mm-hmm. So which is a direct connection to Secret Invasion, because Samuel Jackson's in the Marvels. So,
right.
Yeah. So the whole space station shit that was in Secret Invasion and in the Marvel. So maybe they explain some shit in that. I don't know. But right now, I'm just like,
hopefully,
I'm watching this shit like, a dating show on Netflix.
Damn.
I know I'm gonna get some entertainment, but as far as putting my value into it, I can't do it. They have to win me back with something.
Are you gonna see the Marvels when it comes out?
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Yeah. Let me see that. I'm gonna watch Loki. I'm gonna watch this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn my back on a franchise like that.
That's interesting now for me to think that they have to fix that.
They got to.
Yeah.
They got way too much backlash. If they listen to the people who put them in a position, which is us, the fans, they're gonna have to, And I mean, they got some still coming out that could save it. Deadpool 3 could save it. They got another Captain America coming out called.
That looks good.
Yeah, with I forgot what it's called, but that could put it back on track. Who knows?
Yeah,
I just want them the connection. Even if the shit isn't good, I just like the connection part.
100%.
That's me.
100%.
I'm spoiled with that. I'm just spoiled with that.
No, and that was something that was like, yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
when the first Iron Man came out, that was a big fucking
yeah,
deal. How at
yeah.
the end, Samuel L. Jackson, and it's like,
Yeah,
dude,
we're building a
you can't
team.
have
We
Samuel L.
got a team.
Jackson at the end of a movie. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was crazy. Like, how are
yeah,
you gonna have Samuel L. Jackson at the end of a movie for a
yeah.
second? You know, for a couple seconds or
Because
whatever.
I think they even, which is like, I guess now it's part of the first wave, but it's not, which is the Hulk with Edward Norton. But
Right.
even that has an
Yes.
intro scene.
That was the
Yeah,
second movie. And at the
yeah.
end of that movie, we all saw Iron Man, and
All right,
Iron Man
stepping
comes out
in.
at the end of the
That's what it said. We're
movie.
building a team.
And it
Yeah,
was like, that was like,
that's
what is
dope.
happening right now, bro?
And for the like the comic avid nerds and geeks, they knew what was going on. They're like, oh my god, they're
Yes.
doing the Avengers. I'm like, who the fuck are the
Yes.
Avengers? Because I'm
Yes.
not in the comics like that. But once they said that, I started
Yes.
going down a rabbit hole.
Yes.
And
And that's
sure
what
enough,
amped it
they
up the
yeah,
energy. And that
yeah,
was, and then Thor, and then Captain America,
yeah.
and
There's no way they can do that. Because to me, like now you look at it, even if you didn't like certain movies, just the way they connected everything just was like it was so good.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And
the
that's
first
something too, is
Avengers
that they,
movie,
and they're setting up Fantastic Four, and supposedly Deadpool's supposed to join the Avengers.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, they said that Deadpool's supposed to join the Avengers, but if the dude Wolverine was always part of the Avengers.
They're all a part of the Avengers.
But
At some point,
that's why I feel
they
like
all
that's
became
why
a
he's
part of the
jumping in to Deadpool 3, because it's like going to be a Deadpool and Wolverine join the Avengers, which that could save it. That could save this whole fucking debacle.
Yeah, well, I'm hearing Chris Evans signed a contract for one more movie, so who
Did
knows what
he?
he's going to be in? Yeah,
No
yeah,
fucking way.
yeah.
Of course, they're crawling back. Dude, if Robert Downey does a movie, bro, oh my God.
Well, he might be off the board because they're talking about he might win an Oscar for the Oppenheimer, so his numbers are going to skyrocket. I forgot to send you that too to show you how much money he made from the first Iron Man
Mm-hmm.
to get
Mm-hmm.
$20 million for 15 minutes in Spider Man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I saw that even like the first Iron Man, there wasn't a script. There wasn't even a script. It was like they would show up and they kind of knew what to do. Like they had an outline. So it was like just do this, do that, and that's what something that I forget his name, the Jeff Bridges, the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
He was the bad guy. He was
Yeah.
really good, but he had a
Yeah.
problem. He was having a problem with it because he never worked like that before. He was like, I don't. I
heard
never worked without like
freestyling
a
on
script.
camera.
Yeah, like, and so it was a hard time. But Robert Downey Jr. was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." You know.
Well, they took a chance on him because he was fresh out of the whole rehab thing, and which is cool though because in Iron Man he does that. He has an alcohol problem and he fucking has to go rehab, and that's when Sam takes over and becomes the Black Iron Man until Tony comes back from his, whatever he's going through. So it's cool they kind of made a real life choice with Robert Downey Jr. being out of rehab and trying to get his shit back. And look what it turned it into. It's
Yeah.
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 So
It was gonna be Tom Cruise. They wanted Tom Cruise to play
gonna
Iron
hurt.
Man. Yeah, I've been crazy.
I like Robert Downey. He got it right.
He did it. He made it. He
Yeah.
made it what it is. He made it
Yeah,
what it is.
and I've been rocking with that guy since Weird Science. So that's my guy.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a jerk in Weird Science.
I used to watch what's it called? Heart and Soul. Ever seen Heart and Soul?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That was a weird movie with Robert Downey Jr. He was young.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. I remember that.
And
era.
I liked him in U.S. Marshals. He's good in that one.
I've never seen that movie. I know what you're talking about, but I've never
It's
seen
part
that
it's
movie.
part 2 of The Fugitive.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. He plays a pretty sick villain in that one. But you don't know he's a villain until the end of the movie. It's pretty dope.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And you can tell that's when he was going through his like bad boy stage because he has a dark personality, but his talent just outweighs whatever bullshit he was going through. But he still was fucking good. Like some of those guys they just have a gift. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr., man, always be Iron Man, which is crazy.
Yes, man. Side note, real quick, what do you think of one of my childhood, not heroes, but just somebody I grew up on, Pee Wee Herman passing away? Did you fuck with Pee Wee Herman?
Oh, yes, I did. I fucking did. I love Pee Wee
Yeah,
Herman. Dude, that
man.
first Pee Wee
Yo,
Herman
bro.
movie, you ever watched that movie?
Yeah,
Pee
yeah.
Wee's
All the
Adventure?
time. All the time, bro.
That movie's so
All the
dope.
time. All the time.
I'm
It's
shocked
crazy.
because people don't know. People don't know. Like the younger kids.
Yeah. That was we grew up on that. Like I remember I was talking to Brian because he's the one that told me. He came in the morning. He was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, 6 minutes ago, Pee Wee Herman passed away." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then he was like, "Yeah, man, I used to watch that movie and remember the truck lady that gave him a ride when she her face." He said that skit scared me as a kid, and I was like, "Yeah, I remember that shit, bro." And then I was like, my lady and her best friend, like they always say, "Tell Large Mark sent you." That's what the lady says when she drops them off.
Yeah.
Like, and I told her, and she made a little postcard and it said, "Tell Large Mark sent you." She posted it, and then they were showing clips and everything. And then I just saw something today where he was on WWE for a little bit, and
No way.
he wasn't wrestling. He just was part of
No, the act.
the story of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
him and The Rock were in the back like goofing around. Like that was pretty cool. Like
That's hilarious.
yeah, and I was like, oh, Pee Wee. I mean, he wasn't bad. I think he had like that lewd act in the movie thing or something. But that
Yeah,
was
they
a
made it out
snap,
to be like
man.
a
That was a
big fucking deal
big
when it
thing.
was like,
Yeah,
and he
it was
played it
like,
off. Did you see that there was a clip where he after that happened, he presented at the MTV Music Awards.
oh yeah, I think
You
so.
saw
I
that
forgot
clip?
what the context was, but
He
the
dressed up as
context
Pee
was
Wee Herman, and he just waits there, and everyone's like shocked, like it
yeah.
just happened,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
he stands there and he goes, "Heard any good jokes lately?"
Oh shit,
Before
that's
he
funny.
presented, yeah,
That's funny. I
yeah, and
remember.
it
I
was
remember
like great
him.
jokes.
I remember him getting in trouble, and then him like fading away for a minute, and then the first thing I saw him in was Mystery Man. Remember that movie?
Yeah, Mystery Man. That's right.
He was the fort guy.
That's
He
right.
forted. That was his superpower.
Remember that?
And he had the emo hairdo. You didn't know it was him at first.
I knew it was him. What's funny is that
Yeah.
my son loves Shrek,
Mm.
and one of the songs on that album, like it's like somebody once told
Yeah.
me, and in that video, you seen the video was made for Mystery Man.
Oh, was it?
That song. So that if you look at the video, Mystery Men are
Yeah.
in the video. Like they're
Wow.
like Smash Mouth goes up, like they're auditioning for someone to be in their superhero group, and it was
Oh
Kel,
shit.
and it was Ben Stiller, Janine Garofalo, and I forget his name, but he does a lot of voices for The Simpsons. He's in a lot of shit.
I know you're
It's
talking
like
about.
the other guy, I
Yeah.
forget his name, and then it's Pee Wee Herman, Paul Reubens,
Oh,
and so they're all sitting there auditioning people, and it's so funny, like because Dane Cook is in it. He's really
Oh
in.
yeah.
Yeah, he's the waffler, and that's a funny
Oh.
story. You know who Dane Cook is, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Employee
like
of the month. That's my guy.
right, but
Costco.
he's on a podcast talking about how he was in Mystery Men, and he was auditioning for it, young comic, auditioning for one of his first movies, and they
Yeah.
told him you're auditioning for the role as the waffler, so he brought in to do the audition, like waffle makers, like and he was like using them as weapons, like I'll
Oh
burn you,
shit.
and I was
That's
like.
funny.
And they told him, no, but like the character is like the waffle, like you can't decide on what option to pick. You're waffling like that. He didn't know that, so he
Oh,
walked in, but he
I
still
never
got
heard of that.
he got. And neither did I, but that's what they were telling him. Like that's what he's called, the waffler. Like he can't decide.
Oh,
And he's always in the middle, right? And so he was like, "What the fuck?" He was like embarrassed, but they picked him because it was so fucking funny to them that he thought that it
yeah,
was
with the
like,
waffle maker.
yeah. And so in the movie, he's fighting with waffle makers and shit.
So they put that in the movie.
Yeah, he's in the movie
Yes.
fighting with waffles makers and shit.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Anyways,
That's crazy because we were
I see
talking
that
about
video all
that.
the time.
We were talking about that. My lady. We were talking about that song, the Smash Mouth song, and you know how people correlate to movies. So whenever somebody hears that movie, they think about Shrek. But it's funny that movie's from Mystery Man.
If you watch the video, the Mystery
Yeah.
Men are in it. There's even a part in the middle
Yeah.
where the song stops, and the Mystery Men they play part of the movie where they go into the they're like beating up this limo in the middle of underneath a tunnel in a tunnel.
Yeah.
They show that part in the middle of the music video, and they pretend like it's Smash Mouth's limo.
Oh,
It's like a whole bit. You know what I mean? It's crazy how they edit it to where it makes it look like it's. And in the beginning, when they're auditioning people to be in the Mystery Men, the lead singer of Smash Mouth goes up there and he starts singing the song. That's how it starts.
okay. I remember that part with them smashing up that was in the trailer
Right.
for the movie. Yeah.
It's in the video too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, Mystery Men. And Paul Reubens was also in Blow. Ever seen Blow?
Yep. I remember he was in Blow. Yep.
Yeah.
He's in a good one with that one.
Yeah, he was really good in that role. I loved him in that role. Yeah. He was helping him that fool sell those drugs and shit. But yeah, he was my childhood, and one of the things he did was, you ever heard that band Lonely Island, or that group Lonely Island from SNL, like the rapper guys?
Yeah.
There's one skit they do on SNL where they go, they're making fun of the shot. Remember that song? That shot?
Yeah.
And they go out and fucking they end up going to a bar and Pee Wee Herman's sitting there drinking too, and they're like getting fucked up with Pee Wee Herman. Like it's really him. And it's Pee Wee Herman drunk. It's so fucking funny, dude.
That's hilarious.
So fucking, and like they go back to his place to like where all that fucking like the talking couch and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they go back to the playhouse and they're drunk and they're like talking shit to the furniture. It's just so fucking funny, bro.
That's classic.
Dude, I gotta send you that video. It's a funny ass skit. And you can tell like they wrote it and they asked him to be in it. I mean, I'm assuming that's how it worked. Like, hey, you gotta do this. And he had to have said that's fucking hilarious. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
And the fact that people kind of like, dude, you're still relevant out here. Like you grew up on you.
Well, it was a very slept on skit because I remember it. A lot of people don't remember that shit, but it was like, it's funny because the whole concept was Pee Wee Herman drunk, and it was actually Paul Reubens playing Pee Wee Herman drunk, and it was
that's
fucking
cool. That's funny.
Yeah, right. For the adults who grew up on Pee Wee Herman, you know what I mean? Because like the kids don't know Pee Wee Herman.
You know what? I think somebody just posted that. Dude, they've been posting all his shit. Yeah.
If you see that,
it's him
watch it.
It's him
so
and
fucking funny.
Andy
Samberg.
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing,
but you got to watch the whole skit. You can't watch that clip. You got to watch the whole. Like, find the whole skit if you can. I mean, you can watch the clip if you want to. I can't control that, but I would recommend watching the whole fucking thing, dude. It's so funny,
That's
funny. Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, the RP to the freaking
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely grew up on that. My boy Lawrence Fishburne was the cowboy and shit. Come to
he was. Yes, he was. He was. That's where he got his start. Or maybe he didn't get his start, but I remember he was really young on that show.
Yeah, I was very young. Like, you know, some people you can't see their youth. You can see Lawrence Fishburne's youth in that. He was young.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. People talk about like Morgan Freeman. He's been old forever.
Yeah, he has. He has, bro. He has.
Yeah.
You know, he was 40 when he got famous. He was 40 years old when he got famous.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
I think he played like Lean on Me. Or where he's the principal. It's one of his most famous roles.
I don't know. I just know
he was even old in that shit. Yeah.
Which is crazy, bro. You're 40 when you get famous.
I think Harrison Ford was up there like that too.
Was he?
Yeah. I want to say maybe Harrison Ford. That's crazy though. Morgan Freeman 40. I mean, that's still got a shot.
That's crazy though. That's old to be getting famous. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, what's the name? What's the name was at that age too when she got famous? The lady that played in Misery.
Oh, Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I think she was close to. She was in her 40s. That was her first movie.
That's just crazy to me, dude. That's just crazy to me that they lived a whole life and then they fucking jumped into acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or finally got that break or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because usually you hear like they're young, 17, 20s. You know what I mean? Like really young when they get famous, usually. Yeah. Which is crazy because it doesn't really matter, but it's just interesting to me. Damn. But no, have you seen that? We're talking about shows that we're watching and movies that we're gonna watch. Have you ever checked out that show called Dave on Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what I'm talking about? It's a Little Dicky. It's a Little Dicky show.
Oh yeah. I've seen like maybe the first season, I think.
Oh, you've seen it? Okay, so you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third season, it just came out or just finished. That shit's fucking crazy good.
Yeah.
It like, because the first season's slow. I don't know if you agree with me. It was, well, I don't know if you would understand that the concept of the show. It's like the third season he's on tour. He's already made it. And he's on tour. The first season was like the grind, like him trying to
he's trying to get there,
come up, get his team together. So the third season's like he's established already. Now he's out there putting himself out there. You know what I mean? And like and all the stuff he runs into on tour. Basically every episode happens where he's on tour, you know what I mean? And there's one episode, I'm not gonna go too much into it because it would be great if you could see it and watch it or whatever. But where he goes to a strip club with Rick Ross and he runs into like a real situation that we all hear. Like we follow the hip hop news and shit. You and I would know for sure. But it's a episode where he goes out with Rick Ross, and Rick Ross is showing him this chain that's worth $250,000. And he's like, and this little Dickie's like so fascinated with it. Like, why would you do that? It's so crazy. And he's like, here, you can borrow it. He gives it to him, puts it on him. And then sure enough, that night they rob him. And these people who robbed the chain are out on Instagram, flexing. We got Ross's chain, and Rick Ross calls him up and goes, "Hey, bro, they're making me look stupid out here. Like, you better do something about this, or I'm gonna do something to you. You do something." And he goes, "I'm serious." And so you remember Gata, right? His Gata's the one who he's calling. They're in Atlanta. Gata's from Atlanta, so he's calling up all those connections. Hey, do you know anyone? Because he saw in the video one dude's had like a symbol. Like, he ends up fucking finding somebody that has their number, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like, let's do this deal," which is crazy. Lil Dicky's like right there, like following. You know what I mean? But it's crazy how they go down that, because you hear that shit all the time, but you never.
Rappers getting there, seeing the process of getting it back.
Oh, it's a
even
good.
If they can't get it back.
It's a good episode, really fucking good episode. It's a good fucking episode. So it's just like interesting because like they go into parts of hip hop that you really don't hear. You don't see it, but you hear about it.
Yeah, I mean that was like notorious. People getting their chain snatched.
Yeah, Ice Cube's one of them. We're talking about Ice Cube. He got
a chain snatch.
He got a chain snatch from I forget his name. The rapper. He's the main character on GTA 5. Franklin.
Oh boy, yeah, he got chain snatch from another. A gangbanger though.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I forgot his name.
CeeLo? I don't want to say CeeLo, not CeeLo.
No.
Forget his name, bro. Anyways.
But somebody just did an interview with him. If you know this voice and you know who this is, like he's pretty well known in LA. But yeah.
Yeah, but he's notorious.
That's great. I never do that.
Yeah, he took pictures with it and he was all excited about it. And he talks about it now and he kind of smiles, but he's like not like proud. You can tell he's not proud. It's like, it was a situation that I was young, and he talks about it. Just crazy. But there was a situation because he's a rapper and I guess they had a problem somewhere and they knocked him out. And all they did was steal his chain, which is, they could have done worse.
Yeah, hell yeah. Could throw his ass in the trunk.
Something. Anyways, that was I don't know where I'm going off on that, but that show.
Talking about the little Biggie show, yeah,
that show.
Yeah, really I like Gata. I remember when Gata in the first season when he performs his song, he's on the block and he jumps on top of the car, and somebody was like, "Oh, that's a real song. You can download that shit." Oh, so love that song,
dude. Gata is the probably one of the shining parts of that show, because like season 2 is where he really like shows his range as an actor. Even in this episode, like there's parts where he's like almost to tears, and Lil Dicky's like, "Bro, we got to do this. Like we have to do this. There's no way out of this situation right now. We got to go." And it's like they both hype each other up. Like that's something that Gata tells him in that episode. He tells Lil Dicky, because Lil Dicky's like, he doesn't want to do this. Like, what the fuck are we doing, dude? And Gata's like, "Hey, bro, you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. And then Lil Dicky's like, "I don't fucking get that shit. What the fuck does that even mean?" And Gata's like, "Bro, we started from the bottom, so we got up first, and then you fucking fall down 7 times, you gotta get up 8. And Lil Dicky's like, whatever. And they get into the situation, they figure it out, and then there's a situation where Gata is like almost to tears, and he's like, fucking like, "I can't do this, bro. I can't fucking do this." And then Lil Dicky's the one who says, "You told me, bro, you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. And he tells him this. He tells him the same thing. He goes, "You told me the same thing. I'm pepping you up right now. Let's go. Let's do this." And episode alone is like great, especially now that you already know who Gator is and you know the structure of the story. And all you gotta know is that Lil Diggy's on tour and then he got into this situation, and you're gonna enjoy this episode and understand it. Because then when an outsider wouldn't know who Gator was to Lil Dicky, they'd just be like, "Who's this guy?" Right? But you saw how they met and how they got together, and then they helped each other out, and they're kind of just like they're still getting to know each other in the first season. Second season a little more, and the third season they're just established. They're established. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really good.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm about to check it out. I like Gator. I like the whole show. I like Lil Dicky too.
The you didn't see the episode where he's on Breakfast Club?
Yeah,
you saw that episode?
Yeah, because I watched that and I watched the actual episode of the Breakfast Club with him doing the freestyle. Yeah, I've seen that shit.
And before
the show. Yeah, before the show.
And Charlamagne's like freaking out, like he's like freaking out.
I was like, that's good, but I think his one on Sway is better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
His freestyle on Sway is.
Dude, I'm telling you, there are nuggets in the show where he raps. That episode, he raps in that episode.
Alien.
And he raps on some crazy beats. Where I'm like, there's no way I can hear Lil Dicky. He raps on crazy beats in that episode. I'm telling you about. He raps on a crazy beat, and I'm like, that's not for him, but he kills it. He fucking kills it. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, I like.
He's goofy, but I like him.
Yeah, he does what he does. I like. He's not trying to be nothing else.
Yeah.
Staying true to who he is.
Yeah, bro. They're in the fucking strip club, and he's like, you know him. He's like fucking just Jewish guy. You know, he's and like Rick Ross is just like making it rain, right? And Lil Dicky's like, how do I do this? Am I doing this the right way? Like, is it is it about range or is it about the more dollar bills? He's asking why, and Rick Ross is like, just relax, bro. Just feel yourself, feel it.
just let it roll off.
But he's asking all these fucking questions, like trying to. But it's funny how Ross is like, doesn't even let it. He's overthinking. Bother him. But he's like, Ross doesn't even like. I'd be pissed. Like, shut the fuck up and let's just fucking do this, you know. But Ross is just chilling. He's like, just relax, bro. You're good. Like, it's all good. So fucking funny.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch that. Hey, man.
Rick Ross, man. Rick Ross is a baller.
Yep. I was telling my sister about how people were making fun of him because he has cows and horses and shit all on his land. But he was like, do you know that's a tax write-off because you're taking care of livestock? She's like, I'm trying to teach you guys something, but people are just making fun of me because I'm out here petting my cows and my horses and yada, yada. But I get, it's really true. Like, that's a big tax write-off when you take care of animals.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's smart. I mean, he has big enough land too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart.
Yeah, I remember because I was watching the beef with him and Gilly. I don't know if you know what Gilly is. Gilly and Wallow.
That was it.
Yeah. I got a cow.
Who is Gilly, bro? Cow. Who's Gilly?
Gilly is.
I know him from talking. All this talk he does.
No, he used to be.
Who the fuck is he?
He's to me, he was a really good rapper from this group called Mob Figures from Philadelphia. And then he had some. I think he had like some solo stuff by himself, and then he found his niche with the whole social media thing. But when I first knew him, he's part of Mob Figures. Mob Figures was like one of those mega groups. It was like probably 6 members or 5 members, and he came out of that group, and then this guy named Ab Lover came out of that group who raps a lot with the Clips. Like he's super lyrical too. But yeah, that's what Gilly's from. He's from the Mob Figures. And he has one of my favorite songs ever that I can't find is him featuring Pusha T. That song is fucking sick as hell, but I only can find it on YouTube. Can't find it on like streaming services.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's fucked up. His son just got killed. I was like, that's sad.
What happened to his son?
They shot the car, shot one of the other two, but killed him.
He was like gang affiliated. What happened?
I don't know if he's gang affiliated or just maybe with the wrong people, but yeah.
And they're out of Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Yeah, because I hear Gilly talk all the time, dude.
Yeah, him and his cousin Wallow.
And it's like, I get it, bro, but I don't know who you are. Same with you
The
had to
podcast is
explain.
dope though. They got a big following. I think they just had LL on there. They had Kevin Hart on there, so their shit is really booming. They got some
Wow.
type of they got some type of big contract this past year. Like, and that's what sucks though, because everybody was saying, social media. I hate the internet. All these conspiracy theories. It's like,
You
oh,
were telling
you
me,
signed
yeah.
you signed that big contract, so you had to make that sacrifice, and it was your son and shit. Like, who does? Who says shit like that? It's fucking stupid. I
Nah,
don't believe that
it's
shit.
that
Yeah.
sucks. I don't believe that shit. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's out of my hands. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that just sucks that he had to fucking lose his son, dude.
yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
the kids are supposed to bury their parents, not the other way around.
Yeah, I can't imagine the feeling that he's having right now. That's horrible. Poor guy.
And he has like a big fest with all these hip hop artists on, and he still put that shit on over the weekend.
Yeah.
They have a clip. They have a clip of him. He's like thinking about his son, and you can see he's like not about to lose it, but he's just drifting off. And Meek Mill fucking taps him on the shoulder and kind of snaps him back in reality, and then like shakes his hand hella hard, and then he starts fucking gigging back again. Like
Mm,
everybody knows what he's going through, and to me,
yeah.
I feel like that's the only thing with like being in the high right now, like so demanding, is that like there's a breathing time. Like, this guy
Yeah.
lost a son and
It'll
he's
get
right back out there.
grievance
Uh,
pay, grievance time
the,
off, you
yeah,
know?
the guy Tony Baker who does all the voiceovers with the animals, he lost his son in a car accident, and he had to do a comedy show like the same night or the next day or something.
Ugh,
Like, if I lose somebody like that, like, God forbid, but you're not gonna see me. It's gonna hit me different. I'm not in a celebrity light like that, but I'm disappearing from the face of the earth and really try to process my anger and shit. And my heart. Like, I couldn't imagine. You still got to keep going. Like, even Marlon Wayans, he said when he lost his dad, he had a comedy show the same night. I was like, that's crazy. That's different.
damn.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's sad.
Uh, I heard my girl Cardi B is about to be signed to a Major League Baseball contract. She throwing heat out here with his microphones, and she's left-handed.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw
because
that.
she switched the mic and then threw it with her
Wait,
left
she
hand.
she
She's
threw it
left hand.
left hand. She have to do it. She do it
Yeah, so
left-handed.
it was in her right hand. She switched it through her left hand, then she threw it.
She's
That's
left-handed. Is that a
yeah,
fact?
yeah.
Damn.
Lucky lefty.
Damn.
Yeah,
She was. I thought she was just
no,
conveniently thought it'd be better to throw. I thought she wasn't throwing it. She threw it hard. I could see that, but I didn't
no,
know
no.
that
She
was her
chunked.
dominant hand. She chucked
She
that shit.
fucking.
Then she
She wind
fucking
that shit up.
launched it,
She Nolan Ryan that shit. She hit her
and
too.
she hit the wrong person. I heard.
That's what I heard, but maybe not, because I saw a thing today that like no charges are going to be pressed against her. She wasn't in the wrong.
Ooh, so she did hit the right person, and they just
Maybe, yeah.
that'd be funny. That'd be funny if the
I saw.
reason the story the reason why this story is because it was the wrong person, but now it is the right person. Is if the girl
Yeah,
got hit and goes, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." It was.
yeah, right.
She just
They
got
show they show
dazed.
they show a video from the other side, and the chick that threw the drink, she apologized immediately, like she was in shock, but it was too late. I don't see her get hit with the mic, but she said sorry right after she did it. So somebody was like, oh, maybe she was partying and she was fucking bobbing to the music and she threw her drink. It's like, no, you can see her hand and she fucking
Fling it. She
goes like
flung it.
that.
She flung it
Yeah,
towards her.
she
Yeah.
flung it. She flung it from the bottom in the direction at
Right.
her.
hmm
Yeah, no, there's no accident. She did that shit on purpose,
Yep.
whether
And then
she
she
was high or whatever.
instantly,
But
yeah, regretted that
mm,
shit instantly.
I mean,
But
you could throw drinks at a lot of people, but not Cardi. You forget this. She's fresh. She's still street, bro. She only been in the industry for a couple years now.
well, you shouldn't be throwing drinks at perform. Like, I hate when I see like
Anybody.
there's this girl, this performer. I don't know her name, but she got hit in the face with something. You see that? And she started bleeding.
Yeah. Oh, they were talking about that today.
Yeah, and so it's like
And
she had to go to
the
the
guy said he just,
hospital, and they arrested the guy, but it was like stop doing that shit. Like
but the guy said he just wanted to see what would happen. Why?
Fuck
You
off,
you
dude.
bought tickets to this lady's show and she's a lady. She ain't do nothing to you, and you want to throw something and
So
make her
fucked up.
bleed. To me, that's like domestic violence to a certain point.
Yeah, that's
Like
horrible.
you hurt this woman. She didn't do shit to you. Now
Yeah.
go do that to like a rapper or like a male. You threw something at a female on the stage.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's
Horrible.
why.
I
That's
hate
why.
that shit. I hate hearing shit like that. I mean, just
Yeah,
enjoy the show, man. Like
yeah,
quit fucking around. Like who gives a
yeah.
shit? Like you hear
And
about that girl?
you cheat all these people out of the rest of their show, the money they spent.
Yeah. Hear about that girl went to the Drake concert and threw a bra on stage?
Yeah,
And
the
she got like
36J or whatever that shit was.
yeah, and she got
Yeah,
a Playboy deal.
that's what I heard. Did she take it?
Damn, that's what I'm saying. She's probably is. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
checked yet. But that girl is like just got all this clout from throwing a bra on stage, bro.
Well,
She
that's
has
like
like 100,000 followers. Like she's just like trending
yeah.
right now. That's
I know
fucking
people were making fun of her because
crazy.
they were talking about her eyebrows were big or something. I was like, people's always got to find something. But
That's fucked up.
remember the girl? There's a girl from San Diego that like blew up real crazy because Drake like DM'd her. I think her name was I forgot her name.
No, and
Uh,
she showed the
so,
DM.
I don't know if she showed it, but everybody knew. But she's from San Diego. I think a couple of the guys from and the girl from work went to high school with her. She went to Crawford, I think.
Mm,
Laura something. But yeah, I remember there was like, oh, there's like, you don't know who that is? Like, no, it's like, oh, she grew up because Drake like was in her DMs trying to like get at her or something like that. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
that is crazy.
You become insta famous if somebody of status that tries to highlight you or something.
So crazy. It's
In
different.
this
It's
case,
different now.
she threw her bra on stage.
I mean, less
That was
offensive
that was
act.
planned. That was planned.
These people, man, these kids, man. I mean, yeah, and then like it's like tons of bras go on stage now, I bet, because of that. I might get a fucking deal. So
Well,
I'm
not
gonna fucking throw my
everybody's gonna
fucking
throw a bra.
bra.
Yeah,
Drake concerts tomorrow night. Let's go. I'm gonna take my bra,
yeah,
throw it in. That's
yeah,
crazy, brother. That's like the mindset now. The girls, I bet you,
yeah,
are fucking 100% behind
yeah.
that idea right now. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's do
But
this.
you know what? It's not new though, because all the old school soul singers and women, that was the thing. They're throwing their
Not
bras
the
and panties on
fact of
stage.
throwing your bra on stage, but the fact that you can possibly make money by throwing
Oh
your
yeah,
bra on
that's a whole
stage.
different
That's
concept now.
fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. She's
Fucking
gonna
crazy.
become overnight celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
or at least famous.
That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a
Yeah,
fucking job occupation now. It's a
yeah.
possible job occupation now.
That'd be like somebody throwing a size like 22 shoe on stage, and a female would be like, "Oh my god!" And the next thing you know, you get a Playboy deal because they think he's slinging Mandingo and shit.
Right. And you hear about the Taylor Swift shit, like Taylor Swift tour. Everyone's talking about the
Nah,
Taylor Swift tour.
mm-mm.
Like she's doing like a sold out fucking stadium tour, and like she has this situation where she has like trucks. She has like 40 something truck drivers taking her equipment across the United States, right?
How much equipment you need, my G?
Well, here's why. Half of them set up like her date in Texas, and she shows up, does it, and then as she's doing that show or a couple shows in Texas, the rest of the crew are in front of her, building the stage in the next city, and they just keep
Mm.
doing that cycle over and over across the country, so that there is less time for her to have to wait. So it's just boom, 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 right?
Damn.
And it's becoming so successful for her that she ended up figuring, after all the ticket sales, she's profiting all this money, and she's giving every single truck driver, these 40 some truck drivers who are truck driving this shit, $100,000 bonus each, because
Mm.
she got, and then she's the type where she gets this money. I'm not gonna keep it for myself. I'm gonna give it back to you guys. Thank you for the help. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And because of this, she's boosting the economy. You hear about that? She's literally
Yes.
boosting the fucking economy with her tour.
Wow.
So my thing
That's
is,
it.
Drake is also boosting the economy by fucking giving these girls deals when they're throwing bras on stage. He's doing the same fucking shit, giving these
Hey,
girls fucking deals, bro.
give them jobs. and Playboy's gonna pay her more than salary she would make at her job for a year if I get a contract.
Damn,
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
We
Drake
in
is
the wrong
boosting the
business,
economy,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, the economy he's not technically a part of because he's not from here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That's
That's
crazy
funny.
though, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I saw that clip of that when he's like 36J.
Yeah,
Yeah,
find this
and
woman.
the fact that he like, he made it a viral moment by he could have just, he could have just kicked that shit off stage. It'd have been nothing. In fact, he picks it up, stops the music, and says the boss eyes is out of here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very crazy. Can you believe that shit? I can't.
Yeah. Have you heard? Speaking of Drake, now we're on that. He went at Pusha T and Pharrell, the Travis Scott song.
I don't get it though. I mean, do you understand the meaning behind it? He bought Pharrell's. Why does he have a beef with Pharrell?
And melted down. I think if Pharrell is just collateral damage in him trying to really be strategic with trying to get Pusha. You know what I'm saying? So,
but Pharrell hasn't fucked with Pusha T in years. So, like, why is he just
no,
because?
they're he's fucked with them. They stay in. That's what people have to understand. Like, if you don't see them together or making music, doesn't mean they're not still cool. Like Big Boy says that all the time.
I'm not saying
they're still cool though.
I'm just saying
he's
Pharrell hasn't been associated. I haven't associated Pharrell with Pusha T in years. That's crazy that he is still doing that to me. He's like really digging deep.
Yeah, but now they're Pusha T and Pharrell they're from the same area. They're like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that what they're from the same area? So that's
they're from Virginia.
Oh,
from,
gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. From
I didn't know Pharrell was from Virginia. Okay, so that's why he's correlating this.
Pharrell, the Clips, Missy, Timbaland, Chris Brown. They're all from Virginia.
Gotcha. Okay.
Some of them watered down there.
Because I was a little
but
confused.
they're like childhood friends to a certain point.
So Pusha T, or excuse me, Drake bought some jewelry from Pusha T Drake bought jewelry from
Pharrell.
Pharrell
auction
had a sale or some auction, yeah. And he sold the chains. Drake bought them, and he claims that he melted them down. Because the title of this Travis
it's called Meltdown.
Song is called Meltdown, and that's like the theme he's going with is that he bought Pusha T's bosses chains and melted them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Petty King.
Yeah, but that's not enough for I think Pusha T to come out the dark.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think he's doing that just because Pusha T has Jim Jones breathing out his neck, and everybody already saying he lost the battle to Jim Jones because he didn't respond. So
no, you got that. They're saying that.
Yeah. Of course they want to say that. If you don't respond within a certain amount of time, they're gonna be like,
but
"Oh,
you don't
lost."
Respond to people you don't respect, or you don't believe this. Not that we don't respect, but you don't like if it's a whack diss, you don't respond. You don't respond. If you responded, then you're validating their fucking diss.
And I wouldn't even say I can care less. Where I feel like he shouldn't respond. And now they're saying like he's the next one in line for the so-called, secret society because now he's wearing suits. He's at all these fashion shows. His childhood friend is now the head director of Louis Vuitton. Of course, he's going to director. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What they need to realize is that his brother is back, and that means the album is coming, and somebody's in trouble.
I hope a Clips album comes.
Yeah.
I really fucking do.
Yeah. I've been seeing them perform, and Malice is performing just the songs with the curse words and everything, because I know he's still on his spiritual religious because I follow him. So he's always doing the prayers out of the book, but I think he's kind of like, I think he's in a position now where he knows he can handle whatever and give the people kind of what they want and still do his like spiritual thing. Because the last two verses I heard from the new ones, I feel like it's the perfect angel and devil together. Like Push is going to give you
that's what I want to hear.
And then Malice is going to bring you to life, but his verses are so sick, bro.
He's such a fucking lyrical, so lyrical. I love his fucking.
Like Push even says, he was like, I was less appreciated when I was part of a pair because everybody thought Malice was way better. I did.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I feel
honestly
like
did
he
not.
was. I feel
I
like
did
he
not
was.
appreciate Malice until he became Christian or more godly.
No, I
I did not
appreciate him in
appreciate it
there
until then
because
because to see the
I
contrast,
saw that I saw those tidbits in the clips.
that's
You can
cool.
tell he was fighting
That's so
demons,
cool.
but he was still kind of in the life though. And he
That's
just
so
had this
cool.
flamboyant stuff. Like
Damn.
he was sick. He was sick. So if they come out with an album, I'm hoping that's what
Oh
this is all
man, it's gonna
about.
be amazing. Fucking
Because even
amazing.
Malice was at the fashion show, so I know that's got to be something for him to kind of step back into that world. This music got to be coming. It's got to be.
Man, it's gonna be history. If Clips comes
Yeah,
back, hoping
yeah.
it's a good. I mean, I hope it doesn't fall flat, but who knows?
And he has 2 verses on
Can't see
Pusha
it.
T's last album. So
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's
yeah,
fucking great, bro.
yeah,
I love him.
that's good.
I really appreciate him a lot more than I used to.
Yeah,
I love him now. Like, I mean, I've always loved him. I've always loved Clips, had a very unique
yeah,
sound, but I never really appreciated them until, like, Pusha T, I didn't really appreciate him until he became solo. Like, I didn't really, the Clips was always on the back burner. They were cool, but they were always in the back burner for me. I listened to other stuff, you know, but when Pusha T went solo, that's when I really started to listen. I'm like, oh, this guy's saying some shit. And I went back and listened. And then now it's like that, they were very like dark, like just
yeah,
like
yeah,
talk about like, like real like hood shit or shit they would go through where it was
yeah, yeah.
like drugs and fucking. And then that it was that Kanye song when it was Clips
Them
and
together,
Kanye
yeah.
when
Mm.
now that and basically they're talking about like it's called Use This Gospel. Basically, I'm not really religious, but basically what it goes on is Kanye is singing to his kids saying like use this gospel if you get lost. Like he's trying to teach
Mm.
them like the right way.
Yeah,
And Pusha T comes on and he starts talking like wait no No Malice comes on and he starts talking about like fuck, I forget what the bar was. The bar was so like it's simple, but it's deep. He says like
mm.
something about like disrespecting people, and then he would turn around and take a camera pose. Like
Mm.
he would take a picture of it to like remember it. Like that was the way he would make him feel happy. Doing bad
Mm.
shit and then taking a picture of it and then like being like in his mind and like remembering it and being proud of it. But he's talking about how like that's not the way to live your life. You gotta fucking be better. And I thought that was
Yeah,
such a fucking interesting fucking bar of him being
bar,
like
yeah,
enlightened to a point where like he used to be this way, he's not that way anymore, and he
yeah,
was wrong. Be this way instead. Be
yeah,
better. Be better.
yeah,
They
yeah,
want to see you do bad, but you got to do good.
yeah. You gotta rise above it.
Such a
Yeah,
fucking and then the just the fact that he acknowledged who he was to who he is now, that's like mind blowing to me. Like
yeah.
you never hear rappers talk about that. I mean, you do now sometimes. Like Jay-Z does that a lot in 444. He goes into his psyche and is
That's
like,
why.
yeah, like this is who I was, this is who I am now. I was wrong. Now
That's why when people will be like, "Oh, I don't really like this," I'm like, "Well, obviously you haven't grown in your life. You're not
you don't
evolving."
hear it all. You don't hear the whole. You don't
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
big picture, like you
yeah,
said before. You don't see the big
yeah,
picture. Like
yeah.
you just see
I
this
can
right
listen
now.
to the reasonable down the blueprints, but I also can listen and appreciate 444 because I've grown up. I was 14, 15. Now I'm 43. So obviously he's rapping about shit that I want to hear at this age. I want to hear the grimy shit too, but from the rapper like that's I look up to or like that's in my age bracket, I want to see the maturity, the evolution, like type of thing. Like Method Man. I don't think nobody realizes his new stint for the last 5 years, he doesn't cuss.
No way.
Yeah, that's his thing. He stopped cussing.
No, he never talked about it. He just did it.
No, he never talked about it, but now in the interview, he was like, nobody really caught on that I don't cuss. I don't say the N word. I don't say the F word. I don't cuss at all. But you can't tell because lyrically he's so fucking good. The last couple of songs he's done, the song with Lloyd Banks that's catching a lot of heat right now, no cuss words. That's evolution. He can rap about whatever he wants to, but the fact that he's doing that, it was maturity, man.
That means a lot. If you don't like, you didn't pick it up. That means a lot because
Yeah,
I noticed that a lot because I
yeah,
can't say that word and I know certain songs I can't sing and I can
yeah,
sing.
yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like I'll change the word in my head and so
yeah,
when I do say it, like, but like
yeah,
I noticed that's why I like certain rappers because they don't say the N-word all the time, you know, and I
Yeah.
noticed that, you know what I mean? I noticed that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then
I
listening, and then
follow him like
and then
that.
yeah, and then listening to like all the like people talk about just like hip hop in general. And I was like, oh, you know, you guys glorify this, glorify that. Man, if I play you rap music from like the mid '80s to like right before the '90s, them guys is all about self empowerment, what's going on in the hood, and they're not cussing for anything. Like that's what probably was its purest form then, because it was
You
all
can find
about
that. You can find that
the culture.
in any era.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
era. Fuji's wouldn't really
yeah.
cuss.
No.
They would, but they would
Yeah,
never say the N-word really. I mean,
yeah.
they would, I guess, but they were always
But
talking
not
about,
as much, not as
yeah,
much.
they
Because
would talk
now
bad
it can
about
be used
people.
as now it can be used as a filler to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like Lauren Hill said it. Lauren Hill said it perfect. She said, "I had a motherfucker so you ignorant fools him
Yep.
to grab your ears." Because if I'm talking all this,
That's
if I'm
exactly
talking
what
all
I'm
this
talking about.
great,
That's exactly what
you
I'm
know,
talking about.
yeah, if I'm talking all this uplifting shit, you're not gonna pay attention.
Like they would
If I
talk
say
shit to
some,
people who would
yeah,
fucking who would do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
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 that's the exact bar I was talking about.
yeah. And I think they use just kind of like profanity, but they really, you know, they're foreign, so like, you know, Haitian, and they're from Haiti and stuff like that. So like, you know, for them, like, I think sometimes the foreigners when they come, they're, whether they're black or not, they kind of understand the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? And they don't like using that word. It's not really in their brain like that because we're over here, so we have adapted and kind of been into that for years. But they come over here, they were like, I don't use that word because I haven't been through what you guys been through, so it's not potent like that to me. So you don't hear it a lot from like, you know, for those, but you know.
You know what song I love but I hate at the same time is Kanye West's song called "All Day." You know that song?
Yeah.
You probably do. He
I
says
probably heard it, but I don't know the
he says
name of
the
it.
N-word like 100 times.
Oh nah.
All day, and then he says the
Yeah.
N-word. But the song's called "All Day," and that song I love that. Like everything about that song is like great. The production.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul McCartney gave him the fucking beat. Paul McCartney gave
Oh
him the
wow.
inspiration. Like
Yeah.
Paul McCartney whistles this tune, and Kanye turns that into like a dark moniker kind of like beat. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You've heard it before. You got to hear. You've heard
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I just don't know the name of it. I don't know what the name of it is.
But it's the one with the Allstate. He talks about the Allstate guy. How that the Allstate guy is a fake Denzel Washington.
Oh, now that's Allstate guys. That's my guy. That's my guy, Pedro
No, I love
Serrano
him.
from Major League.
I
Yeah.
love him.
What's
Yeah,
he talking about?
But that's what he talks about. He talks about that. He
And
compares
he's
those
in
two.
and he's in the Flaming Hot Cheeto movie.
Oh yeah, you're the one who put me onto that movie.
Yeah,
What do you think of that? Did you watch it?
yeah. It's good. I gotta watch the whole thing, but I put my sister and her girlfriend. She watched. She loved it. So
Oh,
it's
you
so
didn't
good. So
see
you
it.
gotta
You
watch
did,
it,
but I
brother.
think I was telling you that guy was in it. That guy was in it.
Yeah. He's in basketball. He's got a good career. He probably gets paid more from the All-Star commercials than he does fucking movies.
He played the president of the United States in one of my favorite shows ever called 24.
Yep. I
You ever
remember
seen
from the
24?
trailers. I never seen it, but I've seen him in the trailers.
Yeah, dude, he was great on that show. Fucking
Every time I see him, I was like, "Oh, it's Pedro Serrano." They're like, "Who?" I'm like, "You must ain't seen Major League. That's my boy Pedro. He's sacrificing like chickens and shit, Joe Boo and all that shit.
That's
That's my shit. Yeah, I grew up on that movie, Wesley Snipes and shit. Fucking Charlie Sheen. Shit, wild thing. That's what I was gonna post that too. I was gonna be like, Cardi threw that bike like wild thing from Major League, but I don't know how many people would have caught that.
Damn, that's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. Speaking of Cardi B, she outshined her husband on that new song together. Fucking she spazzed on that shit.
I haven't heard it. Is it really good?
Yeah, it's called Jealousy. So they're kind of playing off of the shit they got going on where supposedly he cheated, supposedly she cheated, but I feel like it's all a rollout for the single. And the single they do the video like Baby Boy. I don't know if you've seen Baby Boy, but
I've seen Baby Boy.
With him and Yvette are fighting and she chases him down the stairs. That's the whole scene is like that. Straight from Baby Boy. But her verse is like
I saw
I don't care if somebody wrote that shit. Yeah, I don't care if somebody wrote that shit, just the way she delivers it and just how she talks spicy, like she raps. She almost kind of raps like a battle rapper. I think that's why I like her. Like she's just talking shit. Yeah, she says a line where she said these bitches is from the hood, but they leave in the trunk. That's hard.
Damn.
That's crazy. That shit's some bar, bro.
Whoa.
I'm like, who wrote that shit? That shit's hard. Just simple, but just
that's
so
a
good.
crazy fucking bar.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Wow.
I like that. Yeah.
No, I've not heard this. What's it called?
It's called Jealousy. It's new. It just came out
Jealousy.
like this week. It's Offset featuring Cardi B, but the guy is like, yo, Offset, we need to take you off this track. This is her fucking song.
Who said that?
Like this one guy I watched he does a versus, which I got a bone to pick with him because he says Kanye kills Jay-Z every time they feature together. I don't buy that. I don't believe that.
that's
I know I sound really gonna talk about it.
That's a hot take. Yeah.
Definitely. He tries to prove it. He tries to prove it. I actually left a comment and he responded to me where he just gave me the smile face emoji. He was like, I don't see it. Because I told him listen to Diamonds Are Forever. I feel Jay-Z killed Kanye on that.
That's all opinion. I mean, that's all opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you're really gonna go down that road, like you can't change that guy's mind because in his mind Kanye kills it. I mean, that's crazy. He says that because I get what he's talking about, but there are seriously like elements of their career you can like look at and see that Kanye West obviously had someone writing for him. You could see that. You could see that.
It might be Jay-Z who wrote those verses. We don't know that.
You could see that now. You could see now that he's not strong as a lyricist as he claimed to be in the beginning.
I think he was when he was hungry, when he was really trying to get on.
Maybe that's
it.
He
was,
and maybe that's it too. Who knows? But I remember that.
I don't think when he first got on, I don't think nobody helped him. I think he was just that hungry and that drive to get on that he was just like, you're gonna listen to me whether you like it or not. Because I remember him talking about where he had this verse that he raps, and Jay-Z would listen to it, and he said one line, and Jay-Z raised his eyebrow like, "Ooh, that was pretty nice." Didn't tell him, he just raised his eyebrow, and Kanye was like, "I got it."
But one of the things that was a big deal was people don't know about, like Jesus Walks was written by Rhymefest.
Yeah. I've seen it.
So you know that, right? You know that. But I feel like how many other songs do we not know that were like, what if Rhymefest wrote whatever the fuck Jay-Z wrote, did his eye to? Because that's a thing.
But did Rhymefest say he wrote the lyrics, or he just came up with the hook and he wrote the song?
Because you know how
I think people get it confused when writing a song and actually writing the lyrics is two different things.
Like there's that story. that I'll find that clip somewhere. What's his face? I'm in love with the stripper. What's his name?
Yeah, T-Pain.
T-Pain has a podcast now, and he did a podcast where he talks about he was in the studio with Kanye. He went to the studio to see Kanye. He invited him to the studio, and T-Pain had a bunch of stuff he wanted Kanye to hear because he was so excited, and he wanted Kanye's advice, like, what do you think of this? How do I do this? Like, questions and stuff. And there was this one song that T-Pain played. I mean, it's published. It was published years ago. But one of the lines was something about Steve Urkel, Family Matters, and Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
You ever seen that show?
Yeah.
Just making sure. And something about Steve Urkel. I forget how it went, but he did it right. And then Kanye, it was like he played that song, and at that part, Kanye stopped it and goes, "That part, what are you doing there? That's not good." And T-Pain was like, "Okay," like he took it, and T-Pain didn't think anything of it. But then later on that year, Kanye did that he did a song where he goes, your ends are too low, like Steve Urkel. You need a Winslow, or you need to put your wins low. Remember that one?
Your wins are too low. Something like that. I know exactly what line you're talking about.
Like Urkel, your wins.
You can't get something because your wins low. Yeah.
And T-Pain heard it and goes, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, am I tripping right now?"
Yeah.
Like he was tripping.
It took my line.
So that's something that I feel like Kanye was ripping off people. Now people are kind of separating away from him. He doesn't have that anymore. Let me take that, let me take that. So you could see it in the quality of his music now. It's good,
Yeah.
but it's not as it was. It's not like it was because I think people know how he is and they stay away from him. Because like I don't need even like that All Day song I'm telling you about. It originally featured Kendrick Lamar. He never put Kendrick Lamar on the song, but he took parts of his verse and he said it himself.
Same thing he did the Young Jeezy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I Get My Money Right was actually a freestyle with T.I.P. and Young Jeezy. Kanye heard the beat, wanted the beat. Jeezy did a verse or whatever, and the song didn't even sound like that. He said, let me take this. He said, when he gave me the song back, he changed the whole song. And he said, this, he's like, this, I knew Kanye was a genius. He's like, hey, can I keep your ad-libs? That's the sickest part of the song because people are like, when you hear Young Jeezy out through the song, you think, okay, he's going to rap the third verse. we just hear his ad-libs. We don't hear him at all. Like, but that's my favorite Kanye song, Which I Get My Money Right.
Yeah,
that
was a good song.
Remember back in the day when like you used to have your voicemail and you would leave a fucking music. That was my music.
Was it?
So
That's
when
hilarious.
the bill collectors called, that's what they would hear was na na na. Which that's my shit, bro. I love that song. And the fact that's a song that Kanye, he has something to do with it, but the main beat you can hear is from DJ Toomp, who is T.I.'s producer. So, and then one of my favorite T.I. songs is What You Know About That. You can hear the similarities in the beat. Like, yeah, that song I love that fucking song. What You Know About That song. There's something about Toomp's beats. Yeah, Toomp's beats are just.
I don't know who that guy is. That's interesting. You putting me onto him. I never heard of that guy.
Yeah,
but I like those
Toomp,
songs.
yeah.
I didn't know that he did. Can't Tell Me Nothing and
then
What You Know About That. I love those songs, but I can hear it now that you're putting it. I can hear like the similarities.
Yeah,
it's like an orchestra, like a string orchestra.
Like, I was gonna say
like
an organ or that's his style. That's his style. I love that style, bro.
That's like, crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like these guys reach out to these people who have all these, even like a DJ Toomp, you don't know him, but he has a certain style of his beats. And now that you hear Can't Tell Me Nothing and What You Know About That, like that's his style. The orchestra, the strings, it's pretty fucking dope. And that's probably like my favorite style of beats. Like I wish I could have a beat like that. I would love to rap on a beat like that. That's sick. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I feel like we talk about Kanye, but I feel like Kanye's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he walks around. He's walking around with his new wife, who's, she's good looking.
Got a new wife. Is not that model chick?
That same one. Yeah. His new wife.
The white lady.
Yeah,
the white girl.
She's pretty.
Okay.
No, she's really pretty. But I don't know what's going on with that because I hope he puts out music, but at the same time, it's like it's never gonna be the same. Just like I was telling you, Eminem, it's never gonna be the same, dude. Like he's such a mess, dude. Donda 1 was everywhere. I don't know if you heard that, and then Donda 2, you can't even hear that shit.
Song with Jay-Z, and then the song with Andre 3000 that he didn't put out, but then he got so much flack for it, he put out on YouTube.
He put out. So there's Donda, and then there's Donda Deluxe, and Donda Deluxe, that song's on there. It's called Life of the Party. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know that. Like that's something that like his stuff it's not like catching on anymore like it used to. Like it's not like sticking. It used to stick. It used to come out and stick. I
remember I saw this thing where he was like, you buy the deluxe or you buy the stem and you can break down the beat with it. I don't want to do that shit. I want to listen to your music. I don't want to DJ your shit.
So he is. I mean, he's very innovative, and I give him that. But he came out with the stem player.
Yeah,
he had this company called almost stem, and that when he released that was made for certain songs. Like you plug it. It was like an MP3 player where you plug it up to your computer and you could put certain songs on it. And he made it that you could fuck any one of his songs on his catalog. You could download the album, all of them if you wanted to. And if you had his songs on the stem player, you can manipulate the song however you want to.
Exactly. I don't want to
Isolate
do
the
that.
vocals, isolate. No, but
I
that
don't
was
want to
supposed
do
to be his gimmick into this new wave of media. Like he was trying to like do something new. And the only way you can listen to Donda 2 was if you bought that stem player. And that's the problem with Donda 2 is it's locked behind that stem player. Like that's the only way you can hear it. I mean, you can bootleg it, you can listen to a bootleg, but the only way to own it is through that stem player. And to this day, it's not any social. It's not any
that. I
streaming.
never heard
platform.
anything from Donda 2.
Yeah, which is crazy because Future produced that whole album. It's like it's crazy, bro. It's like I mean, you can't even hear it. How crazy is that? And it's like when Kanye went through this whole controversy recently, the company that makes the stem player dropped them. So you can't even buy the stem player no more. And if you do buy it, it's on eBay for someone selling it for like 3 times the price.
I was gonna say triple the amount,
which is crazy. So it's like, okay, I mean, what's the official way to listen to Donda 2? Because if you listen to any of the YouTube versions or any of the SoundCloud versions or any of these bootleg versions, there's different versions. Like he put out, he would put out songs and take them off, put out songs, redo them, but it's like it's not the same Kanye as before. But just like the way he thinks, like is the production, like who would have thought play this girl singing for 3 minutes straight, just singing. Yeah, she's singing her thing, and then all of a sudden at the end he turns into a rap song. It's really crazy. Like he's thinking outside the box, just doing different things, you know?
Yeah. That's dope. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Donda 2. Anyways, that's part of that. Any other thing you're watching right now?
I watched Warrior, which takes place in kind of like the industrial era, maybe, like where they're building railroads, but they're actually bringing in Chinese slaves to build the railroads, and then they put them in their own area in San Francisco, in Chinatown. So the opioids is like the drug that's new. They just started printing money. Guns are just being invented, but there's a guy. The main character's name is Hassan, and it's like loosely based on Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee wrote these are from Bruce Lee writings before he passed away. This is what he was working on, and so there's of course the political side. There's the Irish who are trying to run their shit, and then it's the hot way, which is the Asian mafia. They wear suits, they carry hatchets. But Hassan is what they call a scrapper, which he can fight really good. He knows martial arts. So it's a pretty dope show. It's like, it has action, it has the story, and then it has history. Because I didn't even know they were using Asian slaves to build the railroad in San Francisco. So that's some type of history right there.
Really?
Nope. Yep. I didn't even know they were importing. They can't run off the train or whatever. They put them right to work or whatever. Again, they got to a point now where they're, they want to send them back. They want them out of there, but some of them are like, if we go back home, they're going to kill us because they hate us and stuff like that. And so the main character, he came to America to find his sister, who he finds out she's the head of the other Chinese gang. She's running shit. So they're on opposite ends of the track, but they're still brother and sister. So, it's pretty good. And a lot of great martial arts stars are in the show. But yeah, I'm watching that. And then I just started watching, the guys are trying to get me into the anime. So I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen right now, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, I started with Demon Slayer. I fell in love with that because the whole brother and sister dynamic. So that caught my heart, and that shit's good. And I was like, I'm kind of good. I'm not really into it like that. But then sometimes when they talk about shit, I'd be like, yeah, what are you guys watching? Like, oh, this, that, and the other. And I'd be like, ah. So there was one I tried to get into where it was like too long, and then it kind of was catching me, and then it wasn't. But this one is like only 2 seasons, and 1 season just started, and then they have 1 movie, which is a prequel. Yesterday I watched the movie, got hooked. Really good. So I like the story. So now I'm going to start season 1. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. I want to watch that movie, The Clone Tyrone. I'm hearing great things about this movie, but it's crazy. A lot of black ghetto tropes. I guess they're mind controlling us with chicken, hair grease, yeah, all type of shit. Like, it's kind of playing on like stuff that, like, me growing up hearing, like, when I was younger, we used to hear like the girls were developing faster at a younger age because they were putting steroids in like churches and KFC and shit like that. And that's what we're eating. Like, it's just like urban legends. You don't know if it's true or not, but I guess the movie plays on that. So, and then of course the whole cloning and shit like that, and just trying to control, like, and of course that's the Jamie Foxx movie,
bro.
And,
you know what I just thought about? What if this whole Jamie Foxx thing is just promotion
for the movie?
For the movie.
Yeah, but the fact that he released the video and the fact that he thanked his daughter and his sister, I don't think so, because he brought his family into it. I just think it's just coincidentally it happened right before the movie came out.
That's probably what it is. But I'm just thinking, like, how bad would it be if they did? It's like
that'd be fucked up.
Publicity stunt.
That'd be fucked. Everybody's thinking that about the Cardi B and Offset song, which I can kind of see that. But the Jamie Foxx thing,
that sounds like publicity stunt, because I saw something that he posted that Quavo posted. It's Quavo, right?
Mm-hmm. Cardi B is with Offset. She's married to Offset.
Sorry, I get them all. I get the Migos confused. Sorry. So Offset posted something. I saw he was on a rap page where he posted like, this bitch cheated on me. How the fuck would she do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like on his fucking like story, and then he took it down, and then everyone was like, "What the fuck?" Like screenshotted it, sharing it. It was trending
because he's always been the one accused of cheating.
Right. Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought the first thing too, like that's what he gets, bro. Would be he's cheating on his girl, like so. Yeah. And so I think that's interesting.
Who knows if the PR agent or whatever is just like, you guys are married, you guys got kids, but let's play the drama. Let's create the drama.
I believe it.
And saying let's keep the people engaged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just how it is.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And but the Jamie Foxx shit, it's a stretch, but I'm saying is what if, you know what I mean? That'd be fucked up. Because Jamie Foxx seems like that type of guy who would go that far because he's such a fucking like innovator.
He's funny, but I don't think he would do that though.
He innovates. He definitely is like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think he's
but he's like, to me he's a family person, so I don't think he would do that. But his sister that passed away, that was kind of like, I think she was kind of like a little bit like handicapped or whatever, like special. But I remember her being in the T-Pain blaming on the alcohol video, him and T-Pain and shit like that. I know he loved his sister, and I guess he has another sister, and he was thinking of about like kind of helping him through his daughter. I feel like the family just kept it like hush, where they didn't have to like try to get sympathy from like by putting everything on social media and shit like that. I just hope he is okay and recovering.
Yeah,
because he was on a roll for him. He put out movies. He put out that shit with him and Snoop where they're fighting the vampires. He put out that one Project X thing where they get the superpowers by taking the pill. Like, I know he has to have a deal, some type of deal with Netflix because he's been putting out the movies. And then he was rumored to be Spawn.
And he was supposed to be Mike Tyson, but then they switched that up. I wonder. Yeah, that's true. I wonder how that's going, but we'll see.
Yeah,
that's right. He's out there, but
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that Clone Tyrone, and I'm gonna tell you like what I think about it.
We'll do a review on
it. My sister watched it. She said that shit was crazy. That's all she said. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
She said that.
Yeah,
that's funny, dude. I'm gonna ask you a lightning round of questions.
All right.
And you got to answer just first thing on your head, first thing on the top of your head. Okay.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah.
There's no push. There's no, and some of these questions I may have asked you at work, but just go with it here and just answer it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you were in prison.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
I'm not a Dodger fan. My beautiful, lovely girlfriend bought me the shirt. Why she got on me earlier. He was like, "You broke my heart. You're wearing a damn Dodger shirt." I was like, "Yo, bro, I wear this to sleep."
She's a Dodger fan.
She's from LA. Yeah.
And so that's why she put that on you. That
she
makes
bought
sense.
it. She bought it for me. Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was like,
yeah.
I've seen you wear a Padres hat before. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going
And
on here? But I
I
don't
don't
want to
really follow.
question.
I don't follow baseball at all. But
Okay,
if I
okay,
do
so it
rep
doesn't matter.
anybody, but if I rep anybody, it's going to be the Padres though, for sure.
Got you. Because
I got two Padre hats
I didn't
actually.
want to put you on the spot. I was
Nah,
gonna
it's
let
cool.
this be super chill. I don't want to be like
Bashi
controversial off the
Bashi
box.
Bashi already hit me up. He sent
Did
me
he?
crying emojis and everything. Yeah,
Did
on
he really?
Instagram.
Oh
'Cause I
man,
posted a picture. I posted a picture with me and my daughter, and then he DM'd me. He was like, "I can't believe you got on a fucking LA
that's
Dodger. My heart
hilarious.
hurts, bro. Like you
My
broke my
heart
heart."
hurts.
Shut up. So let me put that out there. So if he ever sees this, yo, this is
Got
my
you.
lady bought
No, I
this.
got you.
You know, my girlfriend bought this, man. I
Yeah,
can't
and
not
honestly,
wear
the
it.
first thing I saw was that when you jumped on, and
Yeah.
I'm like, should I talk about this or are we gonna ignore? I ignored it the whole fucking last 3 hours. I'm like, just leave it alone. It's fine. I was just like,
Just let it
I don't
go.
care.
Just let
I
it
don't
go.
care, but I just want to make
Yeah,
sure. I was
yeah.
like,
But that's why I pointed. That's why I
I
pointed
asked
it
him
out,
was gonna
man.
get off after that. Like,
I was thinking about the whole time because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, damn, I got on a Dodger shirt. And
okay,
then Bashi said something.
I'm
So
glad
yeah,
you said something because yeah,
yeah,
the fans are probably gonna ask too. They're like, what the fuck is
yeah,
going on right now?
yeah.
Okay, I'm glad
Dago
you put
all
that.
day, baby. Padres, Tony Gwynn.
Definitely got to keep that in. Definitely got to keep
Yeah,
this in.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. So here we go.
All right, let's
Ready?
go.
So,
Yeah.
if you were in prison and tomorrow you got the death penalty and tomorrow you're gonna die, what's your last meal?
Uh, maple sausage, cheese, eggs, French toast, cinnamon roll pancake, and
God
shrimp and
damn.
grits.
Chicken
Yep.
grits. You said chicken grits at the end?
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite meal is breakfast. Like if I eat breakfast for dinner, I will.
That sounds like it. That sounds like a good
Yeah.
fucking meal. I agree with you. I'm the same, but my wife is she bullies me on that because she's like breakfast is for morning. Like she gets all mad about that. But I can
Mm-hmm.
eat breakfast any time of day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, my grandma when it was my turn to pick what we had for dinner, always it was always breakfast. Yeah.
That's really cool. Like
Yeah.
what would she make?
She would make the French toast. She would make the eggs, and I think they would do like bacon. Yeah.
Okay, we're going off. This is supposed to be lightning round. Okay.
Yeah,
I already know
right,
this.
right.
This is a generic round of questions, but
Oh
I
yeah,
already know this answer, but you just got it. Favorite genre of
yeah,
music?
yeah. Hip hop and R&B, but
Right,
hip
right.
hop.
That's fairly given. Okay, and
Yeah,
what's
it's my culture.
your least favorite? Least favorite
Least
genre
favorite,
of music?
and least favorite would have to be that like death metal stuff.
Death metal. Okay.
That
Okay.
But there's one group I like called something like that. I heard them in the Triple X movie with Vin Diesel. I thought that song was pretty dope.
And they're death metal?
Yeah,
Okay, so you
but
do
they're
like okay,
but they're
but
they're
your
from
least
another
favorite it's
country
your
though.
least favorite
Yeah, at least
genre,
favorite,
but that you like that you like some of it.
I like that one song.
Okay,
That
okay,
one song.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your favorite band or favorite group?
Favorite band or favorite group?
Don't say immature.
I was thinking about that.
Were you really?
I was really thinking about my boy freaking what's the name? Batman, Roger from freaking what's the name?
Batman.
Yeah. Favorite group.
I'm just kidding. You could say immature if you want to.
No. I got a few favorite groups, but I don't want to be like, oh, this one and that one. I just want to pick
Was that the first one that popped in your mind? Was immature?
no. I was going off of what you said. But yeah, my favorite group would have to be the Dog Pound, but they're cohesive. So Das, Corrupt, Nate Dogg, and the Lady of Rage.
I like that. That's a really good answer. Dog pound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? French fries.
Least favorite food?
Least favorite food? Peas. Green peas.
Peas. If you were trapped in a room and the walls were made of a certain type of food and you had to eat your way out, what type of food would you want it to be made of? The walls.
The walls. I have to eat.
Obviously not peas.
No, not peas. Maybe really good green seedless grapes.
Okay. Seedless grapes.
Green ones though.
Green. They have to be green. Yeah, that's your favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Flashy, I'm coming for you.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Most best movie you've ever seen? The most ultimate movie you've ever seen? There might be two different questions I'm asking you. Basically, like, what's the best thing you've ever seen? What's the best piece of cinema you've ever seen?
The best piece of cinema I ever seen. I can go a lot of ways with that one, but if I have to have something that has story, drama, action, all the elements that I like, I'm gonna go with Gladiator.
Really? Gladiator.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
What's the worst movie you ever seen? Worst
The
piece of
new
cinema?
guy. The new guy.
The New Guy with that guy from Road Trip.
Dizzy. Yeah. You know why I know that? Because I snuck into that movie and we snuck right back out. I wasn't fucking with that. I didn't like that movie.
What?
I said that's what we get
have
for
that
coming
movie
so
on
sneaking in
DVD. I
here.
don't like it that much either. I don't know why I bought it. But what specifically? I've seen that movie many times. What specifically was it in that movie?
I don't know, because it has Eddie Griffin in it and he's funny, but we got to the part where he was in jail and then he fucking they took the mask off from the Silence of the Lambs a little bit and he did this stupid ass face and everybody's supposed to be scared. And we was like, man, let's get out of here, bro. But this
It
shit
was
is whack.
when Eric Griffin took off the Hannibal mask.
Yeah.
That's when you walked out.
Yeah, because I remember that's the last scene I saw.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. That you remember the exact moment you walked out.
Exactly.
I know that movie, so I know that part.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about there.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does like a
yeah, just and I was like, I said,
I'll
what are we watching?
Yeah, I'll go.
What are we watching?
Dude, that was like the epitome of 2000 movies. A lot of movies were like that, or just
definitely
like weird fucking.
It should have been a spoof movie, but it wasn't. It was actually an actual movie. Yeah. So I was like, nah. But then he redeemed himself in Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, and he was in Breaking Bad. He was
that's right. He was.
Remember he caught it. Yeah. Which I thought you put him a lot more in it, but it was in that one episode. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that one episode. Yeah, that's right. But Hustle and Flow, he got it because he made one of the dopest beats in cinema history.
I hated Ludacris in that movie. Hated Ludacris in that. Like, what a bitch. I hated that motherfucker.
Yeah, he played that shit good though. That shows his talent.
Yes, he did. I fucking hated that motherfucker in that movie.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of too in Gladiator, Joaquin Phoenix, you hated. You wanted to see him die by the end. And Ludacris, you want to see him get his ass whooped. Yeah.
Reality check on that motherfucker.
Right.
Okay, last question. Favorite Marvel movie?
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
I think it was the first time where you felt like what the fuck at the end because the bad guy won. The villain won. That was his movie. I thought that was great that they did that. That was his movie. You know what I'm saying? And then Johnny Johnny's always like, I don't know why they're still making movies. They killed the purple dude. And that pisses me off that he calls him the purple dude. Like,
hey, considering what we just talked about, that's not a bad argument.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. But the fact that was like it was from his perspective and he felt he was doing the right thing and they were trying to stop him. He was the hero in that movie and they were the villains. I thought that was like super good. And the fact that he won at the end.
There's a subreddit called Thanos Was Right.
Ah, yeah.
Where they show you all these shit that happens in the world, like war and all that shit, and they go, Thanos was right. We should have fucking taken half of humanity out. You know what I mean?
They start saying a little bit in the Marvel movies. After the new ones, they would like Thanos was right. Like
they say that it's because from that subreddit. That's where it started from.
Yeah,
that's where it started from. It happened after the Infinity War. That subreddit was made, so they had to have taken it from that subreddit. But that was the subreddit. Thanos was right, and they show you like child pedophile shit, like stories of like people killing people, people doing things, people like school shootings or like people driving their car in the crowds. And it's like Thanos was right. We should have fucking taken half of the people so that
half the universe,
right, which is like crazy. It's like, and there's like all different examples, but that's some of them. But there's all different. It's like wow, like it makes you really feel like Thanos was right. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, he had a good
his intentions were great, but it was sad.
No, but it was sad. But even in that, he was fair though, because he said, no matter if you're rich or poor, whoever it snaps. I'm not picking rich and poor, powerful. It's half of whoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is fucked up, but it is what it is. I like that line when he was like, I'm the only one willing to do it. I love that movie, man. I quote his shit all day. It's my dog. My girlfriend hates it. I like him, bro.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
Just because he's a bad guy?
Yeah, it's because, of course, he's taking out life. So that's all.
Yeah. Did you know that when they filmed that movie, that he was there the whole time, Josh Brolin?
I can see that.
He was acting everything out on stilts the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
he was really sitting there in front of Robert Engineer talking shit to him, and like they were really going back and forth. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I saw a thing too where he has like the helmet thing on and the thing when him and Chris Hemsworth when there's an accident at the end. But they show you without the graphics and the green screen.
Right. No, I've seen many.
It's just him with shit all on his face, like dots for the special effects and shit like that.
There's one where he's talking to Gamora and it's him and he's like putting his hand on her shoulder or something like that, and he's like he's on stilts and he's up high and he has all the shit on him. And he's like looking at her, talking to her, and they're like looking at each other. I'm like, oh shit, they were really right there in front of each other.
Yeah, that's pretty dope though, because it still gives you that they can feed off each other.
And you could tell that's probably how it came out so real, or how it came out so authentic.
Because he was
performance,
really
because they were right there doing it with each other. I thought, because I didn't think of that, but I guess makes sense.
And I gotta give that guy like his credit, man, because like that dude's a legend, and like I'm talking about all the way back to Goonies.
All the way back to Goonies. I was gonna say that he was
Goonies,
he was a teenager in that movie.
Yeah,
that man was. I've ever seen No Country for Old Men.
That's a great one. That would have been up there too with my Gladiator. That's a good ass.
That's a great movie. I love Josh Brolin in that movie.
I remember I had to get in my zone to watch it because I wasn't sure. Like I thought it was gonna. What I was thinking, it was total opposite, and then I fell in love with that movie. That movie was like, yeah, bro.
It was one of those movies where when the first time I saw it, I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. And then I saw it again. I got a little bit more. And then the second time, I got a little bit more. And I was like, oh, I get it now.
Real quick, what did you get?
Well, one of the things that happened was, like, for example, I remember I didn't understand when they were sitting down drinking milk. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. When the bad guy, he goes into that person's house, kills them, and then he gets a glass of milk. It just sits there on the couch. And he's staring at the TV. He's drinking milk.
Oh yeah.
And then later on, what's his face? The sheriff, Tommy Lee Jones goes in, and he kind of does the same thing and sits down at the same spot he was sitting and looks at the same TV. Mm-hmm. Like they're investigating, and then he sees the milk left there, and he looks at it, and it's crazy how he has I don't know if he was a killer or maybe he was a killer with his job, like he's experienced at the same thing. This guy you see this guy killing people all the time. You see James or Tommy Lee Jones, he is like a sheriff. He's probably killed a fair many people in his life, and it's like they get each other
out of the justice. It's like the same thing but different
ways. Of the coin. Yeah, exactly. Different sides of the coin. And so they understand. He understands what's going to happen, or he kind of has an idea where he's going or what he's thinking. Yeah, but he never talks about it. I mean, he does, but he doesn't really talk about it. You see it. You see the way he figures it out. Like, oh shit, like he's doing.
And the thing that shocked me in that movie is Josh Brolin getting killed.
Yes,
because you don't really see it. He's just dead. You're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes, but that guy,
and I like the fact that he stood up to him. He's like, maybe I'm going to make you my project. Like, I'm not scared of you, like type of thing. So he was just as much as a badass. But the fact when they got there, he was dead. I was like, are you serious? that shit threw me off because I want, if he's gonna die, I want to see him go out in a blaze of glory, but they just showed up and he was dead.
And it was one of the first movies where they broke out of that mold of like you're following the antagonist the whole time, because
Exactly.
you were following Josh Brolin's story up until that point, and it was like, okay, so now
Exactly.
where are we going now?
Yeah.
And then, but you didn't realize that you were following that bad guy story the whole time.
Exactly.
And it was you're
That's
watching.
cool.
That's kind of, it opened up that where it was like, oh, you know, that
And
it's his story.
And then by the end, did he get like a change of perspective? Remember when he went to the house and he was supposed to kill, but he didn't kill the because he got in a car accident right towards the end.
I don't remember, but I remember we studied that movie. I went to a film class, and that was a movie we studied. We studied Do the Right Thing. Like we study movies where we would like look into them, and we're talking about Do the Right Thing the other day. And right, were we talking about that? Was me and you? Yeah, we're talking about Do the Right Thing.
Oh yeah.
It was like the movies like that where we would watch them and we study them and we figure like, oh, another one was a Tom Hanks one where he's stranded on the island. Castaway.
Oh, Castaway, yeah.
That's a movie that like at the time it was really weird, but now everyone does that shit. Everyone does that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone.
They're noticing about that guy that they just found after like a month being out to sea with his dog that he was probably doing some Castaway shit and it's not real. Because it's like if you was stranded for 30 days on a ship at sea, you would have ate your dog by then.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the movie Castaway.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever seen that movie?
Parts of it.
Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna. It's been like 25 years, but basically, the movie is a guy works for FedEx, and as he gets stranded on an island, and he finds packages on the island, and he uses them to like keep himself warm, and like he opens them up, gets more clothes.
He makes best friend with the coconut. I know that.
The soccer ball. It's a soccer ball that was in a package.
Soccer ball.
Right, that's part of it. But there's this one package he will not open. For some reason, he won't open it, and it's has wings on it. There's like wings, like a stamp. And then he also has the only two real possessions he has is that package that he never opens, and then he has a like a locket with his wife's or his fiance's picture in it. And the whole time he's looking at that picture, and he's just like imagining, just watching her face before he goes to sleep. He's like imagining being with her again. I mean, I would imagine there's no dialogue, but at the end of the story, he ends up making a raft, and he ends up going out. But what he does was he likes that the wings on that package, and he draws that on his sail, like as a good luck, because this package is giving him good luck. So then he gets out there, he fucking comes home, they find him, and when he goes home, he finds out his wife had his fiance has remarried, and she's not, so he's like tripping out, like, okay, well, I can't, I love you, I want you to be happy, I can't force like get mad at this, you did what you had to do. She even tells him, like, we had a funeral for you, like we buried you, dude. Like,
they thought you were dead,
yeah. It's only been 4 years, so in a way, I'm kind of like, fuck that bitch. Like, what the fuck, 4 years, bitch. Anyways,
you could have waited.
Right. 4 years is not long. And then Jared has a kid with this, and the kid's almost grown. Like, dang, he must have like jumped on this real quick. Anyways, At the end, he ends up deciding he has nothing left in his life. He's alone. He has nothing, so he decides to deliver this package. It's like 4 years overdue, and he delivers the package with the wings on it, and it's this hot ass chick, and she has the wings outside. So basically, and then like he delivers a package to her fucking house. She's not there, and he's driving back, and it's a 4-way cross, like a 4-way road. And he stops, and he sees this girl. He's lost. He's like, looking, where am I going to go next? I did what I wanted to do. Where am I going to go next? And this hot ass chick comes up, and she's like, hey, what do you need help? Are you lost? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to go. No big deal. She's like, well, that way is my ranch. This way is north. This way is south, and this way. She tells him all the directions to go. Yeah. And she drives, and they kind of like flirt, and then she leaves, and he keeps looking at her, and he's looking at her truck, and then she has the wings on the back of her truck. And so it's like this whole time,
it's like a sign or something.
Well, at the end, and the movie ends, and it's like, which way do you think he's gonna go? That way. Because if you think about it, it ends where like you don't know, you don't see where he's gonna go. But if you watch the movie from beginning to end, it's not that locket that saved him, it was that package that saved him. That was his future. She was his future. So it's like that little seed. It's like a movie thing where like people do that all the time now. I'm saying Castaway was one of the first ones to make it apparent. Like they showed you the outline. Now anyone can make that movie. Like people make that movie all the time where it's like the beginning they show you something and at the end that's the reason why. So that's supposed to be the thing is he thought that locket was his future. I'm gonna find my wife one day. We're gonna be together. But really, the package he was sleeping on was what was his future.
And the fact that he didn't open it.
Yes.
You know,
we don't even know what's in the package.
It's simple. Yeah.
We don't even know what's in the package. But it has to do with his future. You know what I mean?
Damn, I'm gonna want to watch that shit now.
And it's crazy because there's no dialogue half the movie because he's just by himself on an island.
He's by himself, yeah.
So it's like a craziest movie, dude. Like when you look at it from like a actual filming standpoint and like how they waited 1.5 years for him to lose all that weight. He gained a bunch of weight and he lost a bunch of weight. Just to show you, like he was on that island for 4 years with malnourished, and he was just like a fucking skinny piece of shit when he got out.
He really
fucking did that shit.
Dedicated.
He got fat. I mean, he didn't get fat, but he got plump. In the beginning, he's a chunky dude, just like he has a lot of weight on him, walking around and shit.
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to watch that. I already know it's a great movie because everybody talks about it, but I just never.
But that's what I see all the time, so I remember it well. No Country for Old Men's the same way. Like there's a lot of things like that, but I've only seen it. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember that's a movie. The same thing. There's a lot of, and then like another thing that they talk about is when people who drink milk in movies are always bad guys, which is crazy because it's true. So far in history, it's fucking true. If you see a guy drinking milk in a movie, that motherfucker's a bitch.
I'm trying to think of movies that I've seen people drink milk in.
Leon the Professional. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, he wasn't bad. I mean, he was bad. He was
the bad guy, not Leon, but the bad guy who would drink milk.
Oh, fucking
what's his face? Yeah, what's his face?
Oh, that's right. He did drink milk.
He would always drink milk. That's what they always do that in movies. Bad guys drink milk for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
But did Leon drink milk or no?
No, it was the bad guy.
The cop. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I never noticed that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
he's a good actor. He's a method actor.
Dude. He was in Harry Potter. I loved him in Harry Potter.
He was even the voice in he was even the voice in what's the name? One of my favorite animated movies.
Which one?
Shit.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, there you go.
What's it called?
It was Gary Sinise. Never mind. It's called Open Season.
Oh, Open Season. Gary Sinise is Forrest Gump.
Yeah. He was the sergeant or the general or the
Okay.
But I was thinking Gary Oldman, but it was Gary Sinise.
Okay.
But I love that movie, Open Season. But did you see the thing I posted with the girl getting a write up for her?
That's
body?
what I'm sending you.
I posted that. Now. I posted that.
I can't hear it. Well, what happened?
She says that she's wearing what they said is work attire, which is a collared shirt and slacks, no jeans with any holes. So, but the fact that you could tell she has a voluptuous body, and her outfit's a little snug, but she's wearing the proper attire. But supposedly the meat guys and the tire center guys can't stop looking at her, so they called her upstairs and gave her a verbal and told her that her body is not body shaped for Costco. That she probably has. I didn't go into depth of. I just posted that one part and what she said, but I didn't go into depth about the rest of it because it's like 3 minutes long. So I want to see what else she said.
She recorded audio of the private meeting.
No, she didn't. She just went in the bathroom and posted.
Because there's something where the camera's looking up at the ceiling. I can't.
Oh, maybe she did. Maybe she did. I didn't see that part. I just saw the part where she's in the bathroom saying that she got a verbal for
she
her
has
body.
A very nice body. And there's girls like that work with us. I mean, not like that, but similar.
Yeah.
But
the girls that work with us don't dress like that either. I mean, they don't have a body like that. So like, there's girls that have like voluptuous boobs or they got like a little bit of a butt, but it's not to the point where I'm just like gawking at her. Like, you got to go check those guys in the meat department tire center to chill the fuck out.
100%.
Yeah. And you know what I feel like? I feel like she works at the door, and she must walk around the warehouse doing the checklist for her to be getting stared at by the meat department guys and the tire center. she's got to be working at the door and walk around the warehouse.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was, because she was a Costco employee. That's why I posted it. She said her name bad. She's in the bathroom, and I can tell from just the front that she probably has a really like voluptuous butt. You can tell from what she's wearing, and that's probably what everybody's staring at. So for them to,
she looks like she's a really nice personality.
Yeah, she's very very articulate with her words. Like she reads novels.
That's crazy.
But I just thought that was interesting because there was that work I experienced at one time, but they didn't give the girl a write up or a verbal. They just told her she needs to wear something less revealing because she was heavy up top and she was wearing low cut shirts.
No, but this girl is not wearing anything.
Exactly, she's like head to toe.
Everything's covered. Like there is no issue.
I don't see no skin, bro.
But if you're getting complaints, and obviously, like you said, you got to talk to the people, talk to the guys, and let them know, hey, look, and even then, like, how are they finding this out? Like are they complaining about it? Because they're complaining about it. That's like what the fuck is going on?
Are you staring at her, talking like what I would do to her, but then run upstairs and saying, she's distracting me from work because of the way she's dressed? That's whack.
Or if they're trying to get them in trouble, and then they say, well, she shouldn't, I can't help it. And then they go to her and they get her in trouble. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what's going on. That's a lot of layers to that story, I feel like.
But I always felt like, I thought that wasn't a major thing at work, though. It just seemed like an issue. And like you said, she's covered up. And it's not like she has like a low cut or, she's wearing Daisy Dukes or anything.
Also depends on where she's at. What if she's in like a fucking conservative ass, like Bible Belt town?
Yeah.
Where she's just like, or even like Santee, like something like that, where it's just predominantly old people, the older crowd, and they look at her and they go, "Oh my gosh," and maybe that's getting complaints from members too, and then it turns into an all around issue.
Yeah, but she just specifically said media department, which is usually all guys, and so is the tire center.
Mm-hmm.
It's all dudes working there. It's usually most people is mostly guys. So, and women wear stuff that feels comfortable, is a little snug, but they like more fabrics. Guys like stuff that feel comfortable and loose or whatever, or just feels good. But girls, they like the way stuff feels on their skin. You know what I'm saying? And even if it feels snug, if it feels good on them, they're gonna wear it. She look like she has very cute outfit on. She has the fucking collar with I think maybe it's a scarf, I'm not sure. She had the slacks with the, whatever. But
very
I was like, I don't know if that's for somebody. I ever heard somebody getting a verbal for that though, saying that you don't have the body type for this.
That's crazy.
I was, when I posted at first, I posted BTW. Yeah, BTWW. Beyond thick while working.
I guess you get over that, huh?
Yeah. That's crazy. But you know what? Well, you know what? It just depends because like I've seen women with that type of body shape, and some of the guys are like, "Oh, she's fat." She's not fat.
No,
not to me. That's you're scared of a full figure woman.
This lady's not fat at all.
No, not at all. But there's guys that would say she was fat, maybe because her butt's too big or whatever. She's too thick. They were like, "Oh no, she's fat." She's not fat. You're not fat. You just want the Barbie head and no body, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Anything that pops up with Costco stuff is always intriguing to me. So that's the first time I've ever heard anything like that at a Costco. So.
That is a very crazy. Yeah, and then who knows how this works because
I want to hear she recorded them saying
that or in general, just the fact that she's bringing attention to this issue. I'm sure they're not happy with it.
Of course not.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. They're going to handle it how they handle it.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. She can come work at Santee.
Fish.
It's okay.
She's out there for the clothes with you guys.
We won't mind it. Yeah, come full clothes with us.
You and Drewski.
You don't have to worry about people looking at you. We won't look at you. It's okay. It's okay.
What's that movie? Idiocracy? Welcome to Costco. We love you. Have you seen that movie?
It's been years. But
yeah, but I know Costco's like a whole city. Remember?
Yeah. It's been yeah.
Like you can go into Costco and catch a train to the other side and like get a TV and come back. Yeah. But that's what the big guy says at the door. Welcome to Costco. We love you.
We love you. So stupid, dude. Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Hey man, I appreciate your time. You're the man.
Oh man,
it
was a pleasure as always.
Thank you so much for all this content.